Yo, hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Use here. I thought that FNCS Grands NA East was later, like later tonight, but I think it's happening right now. So I want to check it out. So we're gonna jump into Legends Landing and have a viewing party there for it. So very cool. Well, it's kind of crazy because I was just about to dive into some Doom Eternal. Um, yeah, so I've been rocking that a little bit, and it's a good thing I looked up on Twitch because then I noticed Fortnite is streaming live FNCS NA East. So yeah, they haven't started yet. I'm pretty sure that they haven't. So yeah, but I want to check it out. Now, so I had a friend of mine that was in it for the last two seasons, but this season they didn't make it. But there are some new players there that I think I'm watching. I'm kind of checking out. So yeah, I don't want to go up that high.
Yo, hello, 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 hello. Yo, purple skull, purple skull.
Sorry guys, I'm muting everybody. Everybody that's annoying, everybody that's blowing their mic, all that good stuff. Sorry, it's just gonna happen that way. Anyways, yeah, cool. All right. It hasn't started yet, which is good. Dude, I almost missed this. I really thought it was tonight. But I'm happy that I got it on time. So it looks like we have a little bit over 10 minutes before it starts. So my boy RH Quinn, he's not in it this season. He didn't make it with Typical Gamer. So I guess he streamed it or whatever for content purposes for this past season with Typical Gamer. But last couple of seasons, though, he made it to Grands. But yeah, but anyways, besides that, I don't know anyone besides that's running in this, like personally, but we'll see how Shadow does. So I think it's Shadow is the dude that I was looking at last time. And there was another player, but I can't like remember his name. So I want to see what happens there. Yo, Tomb Raider, sorry, I got you muted, man, just like everyone else. People are blowing their mics and being kind of loud, so it's all good, man. But I love the skin. Lara Croft, a big fan of that game. Super cool skin. Great game, a great character. So I'm still a little bit high up. So maybe I can drop down a little bit more and try to get a closer view, like right here. So maybe I'll try this. There we go, that's better. Ghost, like the name, man, like the name. You know, I saw someone named Ghost I was playing with Bewitching on Twitch. I think like a couple weeks back. But I think his name was different. So it was something and Ghost. It wasn't just Ghost. Oh, here we go. So we're looking at some highlights here. Should be some great games though, so I'm excited for it. I think that there's a few players that are overrated, but there's some other duos that need to probably buckle down. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm willing to bet that the top 5 qualifying teams don't even make it to like top 20.
Yo, what's up, Shotty? Yeah. Oh, are you the purple skull?
Sorry, man, I muted everybody. Yo, this is UZH. but use polygons. PY is short for polygon. If you dudes are talking, I'm not talking back because I have you guys muted. No offense, but there's way too many people in here, and I'm trying to watch this content here. I'm trying to watch some NA East, right? But yeah. Ooh, that was nice. That was clean right there. That was clean. So I almost wish that his duo didn't jump in right there so we could finish that off. That was really nice. Super psyched up, dude, about this. You know, so I want to jump in FNCS. So I want to try to roll the dice on it, like mid next year when I get my PC. Hopefully around February. Practice a few months, get back in it. Running on PS5 is not my ideal. You know, it's like I'm not gonna run Claw. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, so my PC broke like a year ago. So yeah, I've been too busy buying comic books and statues off eBay, dude, and throwing all my money. But you know, like it is what it is. But so I gotta save up because I'm getting tired of playing on PS5. Alright, what do we got here? Nicknames, what's your current name, and how did you choose it? My name is Uz, U-Z-H. A Canada Goose jacket. Oh, so I never knew that he stole it from Canada Goose.
My name right now is Mega. I started off with the name Mega Troll 457. I was just like a huge
Mega Troll 457, alright.
And then as I got into the Fortnite scene, I realized that like I was doing somewhat good, and I can't have like a professional name like Mega Troll 457.
My current in-game name is 3390YT. Nani comes from way back in the day. I was a big fan of Myth, and for some reason he'd say Nani a lot.
Nani? Nanny? So it looks like Nanny.
My current in-game name is Elite Npen.
You know, Npen, I heard his name so much, but I just don't watch his content.
My name's Boyle, and the only reason I chose it is because it's a 4-letter name, and I thought it would.
Because it's a 4-letter name.
My name is Blake, and I
Come
chose
on.
it because whenever I was born 19 years ago, my parents named me Blake.
Blake? Okay, that's his real name. That's nice, simple. It's cool. Anyways, so for those that don't know, my name is Uz, U-Z-H. It's because, like in my mind, the universe uses me for like its bidding, you know, for like a bounty hunter or whatever, like a universal bounty hunter. I mean, that's just kind of my made-up fantasy thing. So because that the universe uses me so much, so why not just call me Uz? But I don't spell it U-S-C, I spell it U-Z-H. And Polygon for the P at the end, that's just something that I add for social media. Because, you know, like Twitch, U-Z-H-P, like I have to have a 4th letter. It won't let me have a 3-letter. It's not like the old school Twitch where you could have like XQC or whatever.
Having a great name on Fortnite would definitely be like a shorter name in my opinion.
Shorter name, see? It's 3 letters. Use, it's easy to, right? It's just like Dream, right? But Dream has 5 letters, so in your face, Dream. So my name's 2 letters less than yours. I mean, he has 30 million subscribers, but that's all good, right? And I'm one of them.
The other name I've had ever was Icy Waves. I don't know why I chose it when I was like 12 or like 11.
Whenever I started off in gaming, I made my name Blake PS because I got a PlayStation, so I just added a PS.
But guarantee no one else will ever have my name because I'm the first and only. But simple to name it. So a lot of people call me UZ because they don't know that it's just Use. It's kind of funny. So I'm turning on my fan here. I got my AC going. I want it nice and cold. I got my Pepsi. I wish I had Starbucks, dude. It's all good.
I never thought I'd be up to like where I am today. We started showing up on the leaderboards and it was just mind blowing. I did not expect it.
Never thought I'd see my name like at the top of the leaderboard before, but now that I'm like this far into my career, that's all I want to see.
Yeah, I definitely think my name is going to be up there. I've worked a lot, put so much time in to become the player I am.
Cool.
It's pretty surreal seeing your name up against players that you know are super good in your region. You take a step back and you look at the leaderboard and you're like, wow.
I think seeing my name against people like Uga, Mero, and others gives me perspective and showing me.
So this is the thing about it, right?
As well as how far
So I think this is kind of cool. Okay. So one of the first big streamers to add me on Twitter is RH Quinn. He did that like a couple months ago, like 3-4 months ago, something like that. But I didn't even ask him to. No, that was really cool. But what's even cooler than that is Sabuga follows him on Twitter. So like it's so cool to see somebody following you somewhere on social media, and Booga, the world champion, following them. That's just dope. So who's this dude? So I've seen him before.
Alright, so what made you take that jump from just playing the game on console, playing it with your friends at school, to just...
Yeah, see, console, it's just like whoever says Fortnite is not paid to win, it's just not true. Because it is, my opinion.
Is there anything specific you're looking to improve on in or out of the game?
I'm definitely looking to improve on duos, because my best FPS placement is either 7th in Grand Royale with Legion and Notch, or 7th in the last two FPS with Legion. And I'm currently playing with Jamper now, so I'm definitely looking to take the #1 victory right now.
I know Jamper, I just don't know who this dude is.
Your new duo, how did you guys beat, and how did you decide on Jamper being there?
Me and Jamper have been in the same friend group for like around a year now, and I can just tell he grinds.
Oh wait, Monzo? This is a Monzo?
Because he's gotten second, like,
See, most of these dudes, like, I don't even see their faces or know their faces.
and I know he's trying to get that #1.
I just know them by names.
Any particular duo you're looking at? Any rival, somebody you want to go up against?
I don't really have any rival in Fortnite, because I know we're uncontested and there's no one that can really stop us besides ourselves.
What would you say your role is for the duo, and how does that work?
My role in the duo is a big part, because I know Jamper has a really big brain, but there's always like two perspectives to it, and I know Jamper is like a really good mid ground, and this season I'm going to turn him into a high demon, which will dominate.
This has been in the lobby with Yamzo, but I know you got a lot of fans out there.
Yep, so that wasn't Monzo, or Monzo, or whatever how you say his name.
Thank you so much. This has been in the lobby with Yamzo.
I just honestly see, look, this dude right here, users, right? So he came so close to stealing my name, but it's not gonna happen, right? Because I'm the first use, I'm the only use, that's it. But he puts like users, and I'm like, dude, you know, don't come any closer than that, right? I'm the one and only use the age, that's it. And Epic Games knows it, because my Epic game is used, or name is used, or whatever. But anyways, so like, out of all the players that I've seen, and out of all the FNCS, like out of all the different seasons, the only one player that I have seen that I fanboy over, which means that fanboy means like that you so that you like admire, right? I guess you could say, is Booga, and that's it. It's not clicks, it's not typical gamers, like it's not any of these other dudes, but it's Booga, and it's because the way that he plays. I mean, when he's playing and he's serious, like nobody can touch him. I mean, just his move is in his, like his accuracy and his intelligence in the game. So it's like it's just superb. So, and I've seen a lot of players play this game, and I'm picky too the way that I think that someone should play.
And it's going to be a blast. Reigning champions Peterbot and Vila are here to defend their titles. Despite a mix-up with other teams during qualifiers, they still managed to make it all the way through. Are we about to witness the back-to-back championship? Kanata and Agers are coming into this weekend.
Kanata stole his name from Canada Goose. I had no idea.
Of any other duo in the lobby. Will their experience pay off?
Like Canada, Kanata, I guess.
Speedway and battling to get the Axe of Champions in their locker once again. One season without it.
Booga and Miro, they're on East, so this shows you I haven't really paid attention.
NAE is gassed up and ready for the FNCS finals.
You guys already know who I'm going for. It's Miro and Booga. Dude, imagine if Booga grabbed his third FNCS championship. Not talking about the world champ now, but the world championship.
Welcome back, Fortnite fans from around the world. This is it. Finals for the FNCS Chapter 3 Season 3. It has been
So the trio, duo, and now hopefully the third right here.
I'm your host, Kelly Link, and you know what? I say we just get the show rolling, so let me bring on my two incredible analysts. We got Jacob PR and Vip, Vivid.
Finals.
I still don't know why Vivid actually retired.
Oh, bring it back.
Love it. Starting it off. And, you know, guys, I feel like it's been so long since we had the semifinals, but it was just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a break there, but honestly, for these competitors,
It's actually really funny because Vivid stops playing FNCS, goes here to be a spokesman, and then Aussie, dude from Australia who I don't really know that well, like ditches this job and decides he wants to play Fortnite. But I haven't seen his name or heard about him anywhere in FNCS, so what is he doing? I have no idea. I know he has a lot of followers on Twitch. Maybe that's how he's making his living. I have no idea.
Of action-packed Fortnite, but all of that has led to this, the finals. It's all here right now. 2 days for these teams to try and claim the lion's share of that prize pool.
Yeah, luckily for us though, here right now we're not playing.
Next game starts in, wow, 20 minutes though?
Because I can only imagine how they're feeling.
Oh, the nerves have to be going crazy. I've been in this position before, especially some of these teams being in the first FNCS finals, so good luck to them.
You know who's not the first FNCS?
That sweater he has on, he's copying it from the Fortnite character, where you can choose the colors of the sweater. Sorry, I forget the name of it. Looks pretty nice, so I like it. Where's Sundown at? I mean, Sundown is a cool dude. Or Sundawn, I think.
Energy's up here. It has to be. This is the weekend that we've all been waiting for.
Oh yeah, I've already had a little taster. EU was absolutely unbelievable. Got to see some crazy stuff, some Mambuka clutches as well, and some crazy scenes, hopefully. And at East, you got more of the same.
Yeah, I was absolutely loving the 1v2 clutches that we got to see there, especially from Malibuca. But everyone, before we can even talk about what we're going to be seeing in the finals today, we're going to give you a quick recap of what we had during the semifinals. So, Mini Miner, take it away.
Thank you so much, Kelly. Now, yes, let's recap the semi-finals. Of course, kicking things off with semi-finals number 1. These are, of course, the 5 winners that did make their way through all the way to the finals right here, right now. You can see Game 3 winners, Spade and Chimp Monster. What a performance.
I want to take this one because this is a team I'm going to have a lot to say about today. I'm feeling really good. They're going to be popping off, and let's not forget the winners from the semifinal stage. That is what you needed. That was the condition, one of the most important ones, and they did it early in the competition.
I don't like his jacket, and I don't like that dude's t-shirt.
Winning the game, but they were so consistent.
Not being toxic, I'm just saying.
I'm surprised it really did take them that long. But the next team I want to talk about Cooper and Nani. The reason why I want to talk about them is because they also played very well in one of the first qualifiers. I think it's unfortunate for them to kind of lose that 2v1 to Kanata. I think that's.
So I love Vivid's sweater though.
I'm just glad to see them here regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully they can continue that upward trend throughout today as well. But of course, another way that you can qualify through the finals is not just through victories, it's also through consistency. The top 6 teams from semi-finals number 1, Paper and Lawrence, all the way up on top.
Yeah, those wins are great to get here, but it's consistency all the way throughout 2 days of action. Paper and Lawrence, they started off hot. As soon as those storm surge changes actually happened, they took it serious, they hit the scrims, and then it showed in that first duo Cash Cup performance. Shortly after that, they found themselves here in the finals.
Yeah, that's right. And they've been able to continue to pick up those points and play well, but still have Nyx down at the bottom, right? We're talking about Demonics and Nick FN in particular. We're talking about a set of players that have overcome a lot here. They've transitioned onto the PC track just, you know, a little less than a year ago, maybe just around that time, and they are continuing to find success now.
You know, there's a player that I remember seeing, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 seasons ago, but his name was like Low Ground King, and he made it pretty far, but I've never seen him that season, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's really correlating one with another. The eliminations with the damage, with the storm surge change, with the practice that I talked about. But that's just a little teaser, a sample of what we're going to see here today, because I don't think that when they did qualify, they got that easy zone in the middle. They didn't really have to move much. This time around, it's 12 games. How lucky are you going to get?
You never know where that zone's going to go, anybody. So hopefully.
That's right, it's 12 games. I think it's 6 today, 6 tomorrow.
Of course, that was only semi-final number 1. Kelly, I want to learn more about semi-final number 2.
Well, we got you over here, man. I can break that down all for you after semifinal.
And my controller.
Teams joining us here in 12 teams.
There we go.
Here we have the 6 winners grabbing those VRs from day 2.
Yeah, for day 2 was all about kind of desert, rocky reels, that type of zone. The kings of that, the pharaohs were Blake and Vert. Fifth zone started things off.
Trying to see the shoes that Vivid is wearing. Looks like he's wearing buckets.
Yeah, listen,
Huge.
Into this session wanting to win because the first game they got 2nd place, none other to Aaron and Naves, who by the way it's gonna be their first FNCS final, so look out for them. But yeah, Blake and Vert, then coming into game number 2, like, all right, listen, we got close. Let's just bump it up a little bit of a notch, and there you go. They close it out in game number 2 and secure themselves a spot in the finals.
We obviously have to talk about Qua and Tabs as well.
Yeah, when it comes to their game overall, maybe we'll get into that in a sec. For me,
Kanata hasn't done great the last couple seasons. I mean, he hasn't gotten top 3 that I can remember. I don't think. So maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think.
That were having troubles throughout the semifinal session, actually making it past the first Storm Surge. In game number 5, they found D-Roller and Knifer, got that mid-game refresh and used it completely to their advantage. They built up, immediately went for the higher ground, and just coasted for the rest of the game. Now today they're going to be contested, so hopefully that early game fight will help them through that Storm Surge.
They may have been a team that had some difficulties, but a team that did not in our day 2 of competition was Kaz and Who Fishy, who made the top of our list for the placements. 182 points, almost 40 points ahead of second place.
Through every single qualifier, they made every single round 4, and then they made it through semifinal session number 1 as well. And I was like, man, when are these guys going to show up? Because they were playing so consistently, so well, and they just never got that qualification spot. But then, semifinals day 2, they were like, Vivid, don't worry, we got you. 182 points. Like, come on now, they really showed up and showed us what they were really capable of.
Yeah, they're like kind of a sleeper Asian team overall. They heard semifinals day 2, got activated, ready for qualifications. It's going to be sick. Next to them too, Season Day, 4th place specifically. They're landing close by. For Season Day, they finally have everything under control, Vivid, but it was kind of like in their own type of time chamber. There were no other people landing over at the Rave Cave. Now they got big challenges in the finals.
It took some time, right? Like, this is a new duo, you know, 2 different clashing types of style here. Day loves to be aggressive.
Yeah, the biggest thing is to see teams actually go somewhere that's conned, so like contested, and that choose to keep going there. Especially if they throw like 2 games on the same spot. Why would you keep still dropping at that same spot?
Yeah, without a doubt. And these 12 teams definitely tell a
So
story.
the 50-50 is not worth like over losing the championship.
I mean, we're just looking at it. Kaz, of course, coming out in first place with 15 eliminations.
I mean, there you have it, right? We saw they were the most consistent team. They got to get 182 points somehow and 15 eliminations. That definitely helps get there.
It's huge, and Kelly mentioned this backstage. You got like the fragger up top with Kaz, Who Fishy building him out the whole way. These guys are the yin, the yang, the power couple of NA East. It feels like right now. I'm hyped to see what happens.
Yeah, we are playing duo, so having that cohesion, it really helps. Then also that damage out. I mean, 5,374 damage. What were you aiming that day? Like, what helped your aim that much to help you do that much damage?
It's just nuts, guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, 12 teams made it through in day 2, but we had 12 more teams joining us for day 3, and Minnie's got the details on that.
I do indeed. Day number 3, the final chance, the last chance saloon for all of these teams to make their way through, and here are the 6 that managed to win themselves out. And
all right, Uncle, here we go.
Let's talk about Dijon and Pledge, guys, because that was a great game.
Yeah, let's talk about it. They qualifier number 3. They got that victory out. They were so close.
So it said Dijon, but I call him Deegan.
They lost a couple of big battles, but they got a couple of big placings. So it goes to show that in set lobbies, as long as these guys play their cards right, don't get over aggressive, they have just as much chance as anybody else.
Yeah, today they might be contesting another team, but someone I want to focus on. I want to jump on over to Slacks and Clarity G. Let's really put ourselves in a position. It took them this long, the last opportunity.
I never heard of these dudes. I had no idea.
Literally in the final moments to actually get into finals here. So I'm a bit concerned here for a team that had to overcome so much just to make it to this stage. We all know it's difficult, but Slacks and Clarity G almost didn't make it, but hey, they're here.
They're here.
Oh, it's Clear G I know, but not Slacks, so I don't know him.
As we mentioned before, it is through the consistency as well. Let's have a look at the other 6 teams and the final 6 teams, of course, that did manage to make their way through. Of course, Nosh and Jack coming in
Nosh, okay.
31. Solid performance. Another one of those teams you expect to be there already, though.
I like this team especially, too, because they bring a dynamic to the game, right? They're going to be contesting squads outside the Tilted Towers area. They love to just come on and get those storm surges, and that's what's going to be a problem for a team like Acorn and Edgy, depending on who is deciding to take the other half, because we all know Tilted's not going to be completely free.
Yeah, honestly, that's going to be a big attribute to that battle that does go down in Tilted, because we do know how aggressive teams like to get. You got to think of all the teams that are just north of them towards Loot Lake, so it's going to be a real opportunity for teams to possibly third party if things get too loose. Sure.
Yeah, of course, we have some other great teams on the list, of course, as well. We see
Where's Shadow at?
They just about scraped the way
Maybe he was like in top 10 probably.
Why did it take them this long, guys?
Honestly, contestation, that's going to be the biggest problem that they do go through. Throughout the qualification process, they kind of ramped up their gameplay in certain aspects, but getting contested really did hurt them throughout the qualifier.
Not only that, they have this great draw spot, the French-Canadian split. We've seen how it works out. They've kind of coined it, but again, they're contested today, potentially by Richard. So
that's going to be rough for them, I'm sure, but we'll have to wait and see how it develops. Of course, let's throw up the stats. You guys already know what's coming up. It's
all right.
Summary. Of course,
here we go.
just managed to sort of tie it out with eliminations. 14 for both of these.
Yeah, you see multiple teams starting to get active with the storm surge changes, but those builds
So about 12 minutes left, about 12 and a half minutes left to the first game.
especially for end game, because you see a lot of times teams run out of mats, they run out of resources, they have nothing left.
True. We just got to see, though, how today's going to play out.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, the least damage taken could have an impact on that as well. But thank you guys for the breakdown of all of the semi-finals days. It was unbelievable. But I think we have a show to get on with, Kelly, don't we?
Thank you.
Dude, I'm like yawning over here. I'm sitting in front of a fan. My AC's blown. It's like 60 degrees. Nice and cold. So I need to wake up. So I wish I had some Starbucks with me. Like a Frappuccino with whipped cream or something. So that'll wake me up. Okay, cool. Here we go. It's 2 days.
36 games each day, today and tomorrow. But then also looming in the distance is that match point format. It's hard to hit, but you can end this competition early with 475 points and 3 victory royales. But at the end of these 12 games, Jacob,
And 3 victory royales.
how are they going to put themselves high up there?
I mean,
Who the heck's gonna get 400 plus it? Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
32 points is what's going to net you that total.
So he probably meant or. He didn't mean and.
30 through 26, 30 through 35th. You don't want to find yourself there, but at least you get some consolation prize with 4 points.
At least I don't think so.
Down late in the game because you said it's 12 total games throughout 2 days. You can get 2 points per elimination.
Yeah, it is a grind, Jacob. Ultimately, we'll have to see who is the best after all 12 of these. And as a little bit of a reward, Kelly, what will they get if they're out on top?
Well, you get the glory, you get the Axe of Champions, but most
Axe of Champions. Oh, dude, imagine. First 100 and 160. So I figured, yeah. So 80 grand each. After tax, walking away like 53. 52. It's pretty decent money.
Hey there, Fortnite fam. Jacob PR here, and I'm in the lobby with none other than Nani. How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
All right, great to have you.
Never heard of this dude.
Here. With a name like Nani, it's a little bit unique. Can you tell us the origin story of how you got your name?
I was a young Myth fan, and he said it quite a lot. Love the sound of it. It stuck.
I love it. I love it. You talk about bringing up Myth, kind of like the OG days. When did you get your start in Fortnite?
I started playing Fortnite in Chapter 1, Season 1, but I started playing Fortnite competitive as soon as they allowed people under 16 to compete.
Can you share with some of your lowest moments and then obviously some of your highest moments so far?
Some of my lowest moments in my career is when my teammates decided to play with someone else halfway through the FNCS, and
Ouch.
I couldn't find teammates and missed the FNCS semifinals.
Ooh.
But I climbed back, fought, and became the player I was, and ended up placing 5th GRANDS, and that's definitely the highlight of my career.
Right, looking forward to this season.
Yeah, it's tough having your team ditch you like that.
And why are you guys sticking together?
I'm playing with PSG TNA Cameron. He's a really talented young man. He's a controller player.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
He's the fragger.
I can't imagine, dude.
And we are going to be on the high ground every game of every tournament.
I totally refuse to play Claw on my controller. It's not gonna happen.
Say you're in endgame. What are the items that you're taking with you?
Going to FNCS, my best loadout would be the Grappler, small shield potions, bug splashes, the hammer assault rifle, and the striker pump shotgun. That loadout will help me find success.
You seem focused, and focus is a major part of Fortnite.
So he wants the hammer probably because you can get ammo something easier than SMG sometimes. But also because of the range, but I just don't like the hammer. Actually, so I'd rather take the heavy over the hammer any day.
Practice. What are some of the things you do to balance that lifestyle?
I have a lovely relationship with my very supportive girlfriend. I have lots of friends that understand that I have a busy schedule. And
Girlfriend, he's like 10.
work around it and allow me to see them. And I'm very thankful for all of these things.
So what about your
Fans out there, where can they find
your parents, your family, your dog, your cat, your fish, your nanny, your grandma?
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast.
Thank you so much. This has been In the Lobby with Nani.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Nani, for sharing your insight, and I love these deep dives into the players. So let's dive into some of the teams that we're going to be seeing competing here today. And here we have it, a list of 25. But the first one we got to be talking about
All right.
now.
Cool, here we go.
And Agers have just been going absolutely wild this season.
They've been playing so well, but I got to talk about the man. It's Kanata, right? He has made every single FNCS finals on the NA East region, and he is the only player left to do so. And not to mention, the last 8 FNCS finals, he's gotten
And he doesn't win.
top 10. So the chase is on because, unfortunately, he doesn't have that win yet. He is gonna be
Does not have the win.
I mean, he landed here last season, so
He's been struggling
out of this POI
for a long time.
It's there, right?
Not struggling. He just
This season, 2
so he just can't finish it. You know.
Cash Cup win, but then also this last Cash Cup on Wednesday, which is important because it's the one with the new Storm Surge that got second place.
Yeah, and honestly,
Ooh, okay, that's not bad. Second place.
It was kind of getting scrambled towards the very end.
Nice shot right there.
Clutches like this, that shows that he has ice in his veins, that he is man that will not be denied at all.
And obviously the question is, can Kanata finally grab that first place spot? And he might run into one of the teams that grabbed plenty of first place spots. It's Bugha and Miro.
Here we go. It's about time. All right.
Consecutive of those coming throughout recent history in FNCS. Bugha, that World Cup champion as well. We can keep piling on these accolades. Everybody
This is the legacy.
They're over towards Chonker Speedway. They're not going to be completely uncontested, but I think that's going to be a great thing for them because one of the teams that they're going up against towards Chonker Speedway, they have a very good record against them. So I could be thinking Bugha and Miro getting aggressive out of the gate, getting the Storm Surge that they need, and then kind of rotate from there in a smooth sailing game.
Which would be a little bit of a new strategy for them. They love to make it into the end game, and honestly, typically when they do make it into the end game, it's almost one of these duos left, right? Like right here, right?
You're one of them that just survives.
As a solo, but it works every single time. You can never
Yeah.
count them out. And
So they can solo it really well.
so well with this duo because they will never go down without getting a plethora of points.
I mean, clearly, you know, one of the most decorated teams, but the team to usurp them was our Chapter 3 Season 2 FNCS champions, and that'll be Peterbot and Byla, and they had a pretty volatile start to the season.
Yeah, let's talk about last season real quick. It was dominant, right? There was a lot of times throughout that FNCS finals where they had like an 80, 90 point lead, and they held it. It wasn't even like, oh, we just have that for like game 2, and no, it was throughout the entire season. They actually ended with a 50-point lead, but as Kelly mentioned,
It's not that much.
the season was a little bit shaky for this duo. They weren't actually sure if they were going to play together. They played with a couple of different duos, but then qualifier 3, they were like, all right, listen, let's stop playing around, let's get the job done. They rejoined forces, and they got that top 5, directly advanced to the finals as soon as they started playing together again.
Yeah, even though we've seen some hiccups, some speed bumps along the way, I think this team has already shown that they have the potential to keep their mindset as tight as possible. They know and have their eye on the prize here in this situation, but I don't know if they're going to be able to have that same performance because that one, which is a once-in-a-lifetime performance for Peterbot and Byla.
And it is going to be a little bit different this season as well, as they are going to be landing at Shifty Shafts, and they're going to be contested.
Ooh, shifty shafts. It's in the mines. So literally what he's saying is that, you know, if you want to win a lot of money, you have to get along with your friend. And if he's being a jerk, you just have to put up with it and just, you know, try to be nice. Put up with it. Stupid controller.
And when their qualification run, honestly, they took everybody by storm, held on to that spot. Even when things got rough, they still found themselves within qualification.
And look out if this duo gets into the end game.
I'm not a fan of clicks. So I don't care what anyone says. I just don't like clicks for some reason.
Absolutely running through them, and then like another one, Nico and Casker. This play specifically, Flix just jumps in, does not even take any damage from Nico and Casker somehow, and ends up winning that 1v2 in the box. So the aim is there, the mechanics are there, and that's why this duo is so.
It's probably hacking.
These are just 4 teams. Obviously, we have 50.
I'm just kidding.
Duos, and we could be talking
Well, who knows?
But I know you guys want to get to the game. Speaking about the game, one of the most important.
All right, so 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes. Ah, man, they're talking a lot, and I get that they want to inform us, but still.
And Vivid, this is kind of an interesting POI because it's one of the first dynamic POIs we have in the game.
First of all, I just want to say clean rotation, guys. Like, hold on. But yeah, Logjam, Lotus, phenomenal POI. There's 3 different variations of the POI. You can load into a game, it can be any one of 3, which is making this contest all
Clean rotation, I don't know what he was talking about there.
prepare to fight a team when you don't even know what the POI is going to look like, right? 3 different variations, which is going to make this so interesting. And not to mention the teams doing it, D-Roller and Knifer versus Slacks and Clarity G, like big names, Jacob.
Yeah, and if you guys are wondering why
Okay.
they're fighting over Logjam, what is the reason? Because this is one of those POIs that boasts the least, or the best average placement, I should say, overall throughout all the POIs. Not the most victory royales, but this is a 12-game series, so consistency is much more.
So a lot of brick, gets a lot of mats.
There you go. There you have it. Worth fighting over for sure. But honestly, I'm a little bit worried.
You have the Raven Cave right there with the tunnels.
D-Roller and Knifer are way more aggressive.
The air tunnels.
You can Slacks, they only have 8.8, so it shows in the stats as well.
And it's not just these teams that are going to be contesting each other. It's the in-game team contesting us on our stage. Guys, I mean, this is all led up to this. You know,
So I'm disappointed to see that Sun Dawn is not one of the spokesmen today. That sucks. So he's a cool dude.
Because over the last 5 weeks, we have been predicting which team we think is going to come out on top. And I'm going to challenge you now, right now, chat. Who do you think is going to come away in first place? I went with Mira and Booga. You know, they went back-to-back-to-back wins between Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, and getting a third place as their worst performance, clearly a top team.
It definitely is. I like that a lot. I think Kanata Ages are going to be in the business this time. Vivid mentioned it. Kanata is searching for that double.
Predictions. Miro Buga. You know someone was going to slap that on there, right?
No, I do agree. Sharing is caring, so let's break that W up.
Was Shadow NA West? Maybe? Maybe he was NA West.
No, that hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, you hold that L, my friend. It's Spade and Chip here. Forget all the noise here. They're having.
But I'm confused though, because they did EU earlier. I don't think that they've done NA West yet. Maybe I'm wrong. But they should have done NA West versus NA East later. I don't even know.
I'm surprised that more people aren't talking about this duo because, like, they're the best. Why are we not talking about them more? Because they're just so good, and I'm excited to see how they do today.
The fact that their worst performance in the last year is third place.
Oh, who are they talking about?
How good of a duo they are. But Vivid, you gotta talk about your pick.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about L's, I'm going to talk about a team that just doesn't take them. It's going to be Cold and 7Z. Listen, 7Z has made 9 FNCS finals since coming over to the region.
9?
5 of his finishes have been second place. I mean, he is just phenomenal. And then not to mention the other 4, they were top 10 as well. So he's going to be, he's also searching for the win here alongside Kanata. So I think it's going to be a head-to-head battle between Kanata and Agers and 7Z and Cold.
We have just a quick moment before we hop into game number 1. And Shai, I gotta ask you, we're seeing 15 teams jumping into the competition that have not really seen the storm surge changes on this level. How is that going to be affecting these teams?
Just action, I feel like for all the teams that are experienced, they'll have a chance to really dive in, get all that damage down. For those 15 rocking through, we might see something completely new, Monster. That might just change up everything.
Yeah, hopefully.
So I will state that if my internet cuts out for like 30 seconds, I will be starting the stream again. I'm not just going to like end it. My internet's a little funny. Sometimes it'll glitch out, kick me out. So I don't even know. So I actually pull it from my brother from downstairs. So, and it's good for the most part, you know, like most of the time. But you know, other times it does glitch. So hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, all right, cool. Here we go. It's about time, dude. I mean, like I appreciate all the info, like all the knowledge, I really do. But I'm like, you know, I'm like falling asleep. You know, I'm like, come on.
No one is going to be safe just yet. My biggest worry right now is for Pamstone's Fats. They have this fresh team, Walker, Shadow, up top, potentially battling them.
At the same time, it's not their fans chasing them. Now they'll have that plan B and C ready to go. The blueprint's not exposed, going to be huge for the rest of the players on the map. It feels like it's balanced on all these POIs. That seesaw not tilting towards either side. This game 1 Monsters will be super fresh.
It's important. Let's see where Booga and Miro can take their legacy. Will it continue? Can they continue their reign, their dominance? We talked about an average of 3rd and above in the last year. That is something never before seen, at least for the NA East region. We've seen a lot from EU, but NA East, they're the first few.
Yeah, big stats, lots of flavor in the region too. We saw water zones, we saw so many things, but let's take it home, Monster. Game number 1.
Let's jump on that battle bus. Here
All right.
we go. Off to the world. The story begins this weekend.
First game, NA East FNCS Grand Championship, day 1.
And my gosh, I can't wait to see
first game.
Is going to take that first battle. Let's also look at
who's going to take that first battle? Who's going to drop first? But who's just going to throw in like 2 games back to back and just keep on 50-50 in the same spot? I mean, that's the worst, dude. Alright, so what's going on here? Tahi. These guys are landing like right with him. Okay. Oh, users are gone. Good. Good. Because he, you know, like nothing against the dude personally, but dude, let me, you know, like I'm used. You make your name users. You're not in the game anymore. Go back to the lobby. So. Maybe that's how maybe that's how Booga feels with Batman Booga, but he's so big it doesn't matter, I guess.
TK, Richmond
Okay.
fall, Chris Nevify come out on top. Those are two of the newer teams going head-to-head. Stars that are just starting to really break out their legacy.
And these are all the super snap fights going across the whole map. 5 duels already. That's like, what, 10 teams basically contested overall. They're going to be going down. Knife for D-Roller, this is the other side of the pie for the moment. They're going to be walking in uncontested. They get to be calm, cool, collected. 3 Cs you love to see. And they'll be able to just rock it out all the way at the jam. Kanata, Agers, we talked about stats of different POIs. Logjam, we just left. That one has a lot of the average placement. The leader of it in the lobby for the amount of Victory Royales that come in from this Fortnite map. Where Kanata and Agers...
So Kanata worked so hard. He's been in it for so long. I'm trying for so long. It would be nice to see Bugha and Miro to get first and see Kanata get second.
He's almost a shoot-in every single time to get a win in a final setting. But not only that, they have had such a story this entire year. But let's hop on over to some action here. Magnolia Gold, no strangers to FNCS final stages.
Maybe even first for Kanata. I don't even know, man, because it's like Bugha has enough wins, you know. So Magnolia has his. All right, using the number 2 pencil pickaxe. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I don't know, but that's huge from Cam's going to be able to buy about 10 seconds. Maybe just even up the fight in terms of distance and time. Narwhal going to be coming in ASAP. Might have an advantage, but it will be a 2v1. Peterbot, Byla already rocking through. We thought they'd be contested. The inkling of that is slightly there, but
Yeah, I wish that they were contested.
free POI. That'll be huge. They took the whole competition last time, Monster. I was but like game number 9. They just
All right, so what's going on here?
lead. I thought it was over. People came back, but they rocked it out.
Not only that, they finished in a strong fashion, multiple wins coming out of nowhere, jumping back in, saying, hey, put us in the conversation. There's a reason we took that last FNCS championship home. But hold up, Dubs and Rokane, problem on the horizon. Rokane loses all his HP down low. He's going to have to step into place. These are players that play exceptionally well in defense.
I tried to tell Fax, I think like a month ago or something like that, when he was doing a 1v1 with Typical Gamer or whatever. So I threw him a tweet and I told him, I was like, dude, 85% of the times that you're dying, it's because of your pickaxing game. You know, like your pickaxing, the countering is way off. You'll pickaxe at the wrong time and then you get countered. Like 85% of the time and you're getting shot in the face. And I was like, that's why you're losing these fights. Because you get shot in the face, you don't have time to heal, you back off, you run, and you get caught, and then you get taken out. So it's all about timing. If you can get your shots and your aim right, like after editing, like your aim, like quick aim, like quick shots, like close fights, like box fight kind of thing. Not even box fight, but just a close aim. So if you get that under control, and then you get your pickaxing timing under control, like without getting countered, and you can get that, then worry about building later and worry about editing later, because you get those two right there lined up and you'll be awesome. A lot of people, they don't get that.
You're gonna get dealt damage by Surge. That's the entire purpose of mid-game. Of just basically after landing on your POIs, Rokane and Dubs now are still taking more damage. There's just 2 green arrows on that mini-map you can see on the bottom left and top right. You can see the shots coming in too. There's a 200-meter pinch on this fight. Now has an accelerated timer. The clock is running out. These duos have to start to clash, or it just might be too late.
They're not safe from either side, so the pressure is on here as things start to settle down. Don't forget to follow the FN Competitive Instagram at FN Competitive. That's a new one there to keep you guys up to date with all the action. Moments like this, bigger fights to unfold, and of course the wins, so you can stay always in the know of what's going on. For Glacial Elite right now, they have a problem. I'm looking at the loadout. It's very, very pretty much starting to dwindle on here, right? We talked about the gas tanks, use that analogy. They're low on fuel.
Kind of in the business of trying to find better things, but unfortunately up top, Dubs, Rokane do not want to let them go. For this fight to really end, Dubs and Rokane have to really take a risk and drop down. It's huge to grab that ammunition for Glacial as well, so try to do just that. Have a few more shotgun shots to use too. And Pen all the way in the distance looking for shots. Casker on the Mero. Don't have to be worried
Okay, so they're fighting? No. Just from a distance.
People shoot them, bait their bodies out. Yes, Bugha gets hit, but it gives Miro an opportunity to really tap back over at Casker. Casker's doing a really good job, though, of staying up and ahead of all this damage. Once again, shot on the Bugha. There's going to be trading damage like this. It's skill on both sides. Bugha's trying to hit a pixel that's moving slightly, jittering all around. He has the aim, but Cash is playing this in a very nice fashion.
We've seen that strategy in semifinals day 3 when Pants and Fast are doing that as well. The chug barrel, you throw that down, you can sit there and exchange those shots. It's a very smart play. Utilizing, understanding the game.
So this dude right here is saying smart play. He's saying understand the game. That's kind of like teaming a little bit if you think about it. You know what I mean? I mean, even though they're saying that it's not, or they're acting like it's not. Dude, come on, right? So you have a shield keg you throw down, and you shoot this dude a couple times. He shoots you a couple times. You duck down. You heal up. You do it again. Do it again. I mean, you're both trying to avoid surge, obviously. So, but this PS5 controller is really getting on my nerves.
Shut up. Jamper and Yams are too good right now, and they have control of this fight entirely. Whoever wins this one, too, has such a pedestal to work with over at Rave Camp. There are a few teams taking over mountains on all sides, so I'm not even sure if this fight is worth it. Clarity G, though, will have to go both that reboot card and the rest of his game. There's a huge speed bump now in this man's way.
Slacks and Clarity G may have been able to win games in the semifinals, but it's going to take so much more when you start to pin up against the elite that have made it to the last stage here. Yams and Jumper are the kings of course, the Rave Cave. They have that high ground position on everyone else. Paper and Lawrence on the other side, playing this desert area. We saw them. Wow, those are great tags right there.
I haven't heard that much about Paper.
Lawrence is able to push Paper wherever he needs to go, and yeah, Paper does not miss. Guaranteed 1 for 3 at least on the bursts every single time he goes for a few shots, and that's another 2 for 3. This is just nuts.
I'm just counting headshots.
Oh, you're counting headshots.
Every time he let it rip, he hit a big shot right there. Those are some numbers that you want. Look at this. This is very
So he must have his aim, the sensitivity really low to hit those shots, which is great for long range, but really sucks for like shotgun, you know, like box fights.
Yeah, right now they kind of have that center zone. No one's really going to be moving around from this side. They'll be skirting from the edges, going to different mountains. Of course, I can see a lot of builds placed down already, so they have abused a few teams around them. There's one all the way on the other side of that mountain, Avery and Commandment. Both of them just soaking up so much pressure, neither can really get much damage. Acorn and Edgy, I think these guys are just the water duo when it comes to this entire lobby. They can adapt to anything, take any shape and form.
So nobody's wearing green hero skins like they were like in the cash cups. It's kind of funny.
Well, let's hope they're not in a tight container, because we know when water freezes, things explode. They have to stay and maintain consistency here today. I like that they move away from the potential contestation of Jack, right, who's on the western side, the eastern side of Tilted Towers here. So
it's a really good zone.
Those power teams into strong positions on the new side of the zone.
I like that you mentioned positions. As the game slows down, seeing where everyone's actually based up, where the zone's going, is going to be very important. If you don't have it, you're going to have to leave these bases. Even if you're safe and secure, you're healing up, your game is not done yet. Pledge and Degen, one of the max pulls to go with. These guys, they feel like one of the best fighters in the lobby. Pledge is so good at working layers, jumping up and down, being really present in that end game. Getting there, though, has been their struggle. I want to make sure these guys are up and alive and looking good, healthy as they move into that 5th zone.
It's going to be tough for them. 72 builds there on the single leader of Pledge. Meanwhile, Commandment Avery looking much better here.
Oh, wait, Commandment is in this? Oh, dude, I'm really off balance.
You know, this is where players, they start to hope, hey,
So I'm not in the loop at all, because I've only seen a couple of games for this past season. But Commandment and Avery, I did not know he was in there.
He's staying at the 50 shield mark because they would rather use minis earlier.
I knew he was in semis, but like I don't think he made it.
Versus the big pot. So this early games, these are very methodical situations. They're not just sitting on lower HP for no reason. They have a game plan.
Yeah. Want to make sure that damage comes out first. The shields really rock in.
PSG, TNA, Muse, AIM.
Absolutely.
So I would sure hate to throw in that creator code. It's in the item shop.
That's really not up for grabs just yet. It'll be on the horizon in the mine.
Every 2 weeks, that is.
We'll see how many teams are alive in just a moment. Doesn't play a fight though. They're going to be rocking.
And can I just talk about something I'm a little bit afraid of right now?
Yeah.
Remember when the Storm Surge first changed? The teams that adapted so quickly. They were dropping grapple gloves to pick up more heals. We're seeing kind of things go in reverse motion. A lot of teams are moving grapple gloves. I'm kind of afraid they won't be able to.
Spaxity.
Thank you, Shire. Now we're seeing a.
Alright, so here's clicks. Season 2 skin.
How do they remedy that? They
It's a pretty clean skin.
rotate a minute earlier than they usually would when that zone starts to pull. So even before the zone even starts to close, they're rotating. This allows them to get in a nice early position. position just outside of Rocky Reels, building this base in a beautiful fashion. And of course, they can profit from that by getting a lot of tags in on teams inside of Rocky Reels. Really, really great strategy from these guys, and that counters that.
So I think he's rolling with Duke. Duke HD.
I mean, this is the one thing they're learning from experience. Beautiful to point out for many. This is the issue as to why they didn't qualify so early. Why they just had struggles.
Yeah, they did struggle a lot.
All throughout previous seasons as well. New teams coming in, them messing up with the Joneses. If they switch it up at Rocky Reels, we saw how tough that fight got.
Oh my goodness, he's getting lit up.
That's because Clips and Duke, they're playing the sand, they're playing this entire zone. Kind of dug out though now. Everyone has to move towards Greasy Grove. We're moving away from the dry lands. It's gonna be tough just moving past this bridge. Polarized.
Oh shoot, hold on, this is this game. Yeah, dude, when I saw that clip of Clicks, I thought maybe that was like a previous clip they're showing from another game. So Clicks literally just got lit up now. Wow. So I must be falling asleep.
I'm excited for them.
I'm going to take it the other way. Not clean, dirty. They have a deep trench built.
Just playify.
They're hunkered down, and they have themselves a strong position. We'll see what they can continue to do there. Here's the team that's way below the surge right now. Playify and Muzz.
It's just Twitter, Playify. Why would you put Twitter in your name? I'm sorry, like you stream on Twitter.
Now having a little bit more freedom, but the problem here, they were literally living off those tags.
That's the thing. This is a team that I think is one of the best in this region at dueling. When it's 2v2, they're really good. When it's these types of situations, sometimes they
Alright, here we go.
Other duelers and all
Miro. Booga. Wait, what? Dude, I'm really zoning out here. Booga's dead?
Absolutely amazingly. Booga down, Miro in trouble. They're above
Oh my god.
It's like making this awkward rotation all the way towards Greasy. There've been a few mistakes that happened.
Yeah, but there's just way too much room to have to go in and rotate. Not trying to like downplay Miro at all, but yeah, I don't think he has a chance. Like if it was more towards end game and closer and Bills were put in closer, maybe. But I don't know. I mean, how the heck did Booga go down? So I don't mind having the viewing party and watching that, but dude, I mean, Booga like streamed FNCS a couple times. I don't know why he stopped. So now I'm gonna be thinking, how the heck did he go down? Here's Kanata, Canada Goose.
Kanata also just picked up a lot of new tips overall. From going overseas, playing with Janice, right? He knows the entire EU style as well.
So I'm guessing his real name starts with a K and H, and he had the Anata part for Canada, to make it sound like Canada, or it looks like Canada. Well, either that or he just spells Canada different. Yeah, that makes sense.
He surely has picked up some new tips and tricks, but also Adrian. He's got that one player signing buff, right? On Team CLG, that's going to be momentum up in the up there. So we'll see how it looks for him. But let's get back on over to our champions. Phyla, Peterbot, currently in the business right now.
Oh, dude, that's disappointing with Miro. I mean, with Booga and Miro.
Using the rotates and mini shields and all that is really starting to cut down now.
It's going to be tough, and all it is getting past this moment for.
Okay, shot to the build.
The more teams that are close by, the more pressure they can really keep within a 3x3 area of their box, the better they really play. Nice swing from Bala too. Denying a little bit of damage with quick feet. Chip and Spade though. I mean, these guys are on your sights, Monster, but I don't see half of them. Spade's down.
Looking rough right now. Seems like the rotation not go his way. Spade out of the game here. Not a single elimination either. So points.
And Spade is one of the ones I think he was talking about or bragging about earlier.
I gave Miro a lot of credit for doing solo clutches. Chip, however, we usually see him do much better when he's in that end game. Not necessarily.
Yeah, in the end game. That's the thing. So how's Miro going to do with traveling? Chimp is not going to make it. No way. Yeah, that's too bad.
Chomp down, and you can see how close everyone is right now. This is a very unique situation. It doesn't happen too often. A squeeze zone, basically when the second zone comes in, and then the third is right in the middle of it as well. Not enough people have room to kind of rotate, find dead sides, or play their own game. Everyone ends up squeezing more together, moving slower and slower.
Missing all their shots.
We have so many box fights all around the edges of the map. Everyone is also evenly spaced out.
That is a good distance, though.
Picking one up, and Miro actually taking down Costa. You talked about the clutch monster.
Yeah, where the heck is Miro?
Man, scary. He's a scary one. Let's just watch it back.
All right, here it is, right here.
Well, take a look at this. You walk into the box, and you're gonna get
Ooh, nice, very nice.
It's nice when a squeeze like this happens, you have room with box fights. When you're solo, it's really good. A situation overall. Miro's going to be able to have his own 1v2s, his own 1v1s. He doesn't have to fight, you know, just absolute waves of teams. He can stay.
So that's the key. Like if you're solo, stay alive long enough towards end game. That way, most of the players are actually solos by that time. So that's kind of smart.
Yes, he caught the elimination off the coast and needed a storm surge battle for himself, but there wasn't much resource picked up from that. Now,
Oh, this controller, dude.
This seems to be the story of game one currently. So many
It's set for like what, 15 minutes? So I thought I'd change it for 30.
Not much space. That being said, Chucky down below, I think they're going to match with Acorn and Edgy as he's trying to rotate. They move the head.
Chucky, so I'm not that familiar with the dude.
So nice. I just wish you had a teammate as well. That's Mewtwo and Shonye. Shonye, one of the best players at capitalizing anytime he's
Shonye, never heard of him.
Covered by a build. This man is so good at dealing damage. Chucky, matter of time before he goes down. He needs to survive about 3 to 6 teams still to be able to get a lot of placement.
Okay.
He'll be low on surge though, and he has literally a mountain of players to climb over. With a sizable amount of builds for the moment. This is going to be tough though. If he does live, I'll be very impressed.
See if he can get some shield here. It's going to be off the
Does he have any metal walls? Yeah, he does. He has. I can't tell if he has 1 or 2. So I think it's just 1. Put that metal wall down, dude. Put it down.
It's looking extremely dismal for Chucky, but he's holding it down. He's still extremely hopeful. Ultimately, he might just be served up to Avery, who's waiting just nearby. On the other side, Trash and Rise, eyeing up their options. They don't need a fight necessarily.
Trash and DT Rise.
However, needs a battle. It's a team that's very comfortable.
Rise really up in that defense though. Teo pump. Gonna be tough.
Teo. Okay.
Top right side. Still a lot of room though to be able to get pumped back up. But
What's this 5 or this S thing at the end of their name? So I guess it's a new clan or something. Who knows? Storm Surge. Yeah, it's not good. 4 blows, not that bad. Oh my goodness. Just got slayed right there. There's Kanata. I think this Midas that's standing next to me, I think he's holding the FNCS Championship pickaxe. He must be famous.
This is exactly where they want to be. Just close enough to watch what other people are doing and then reacting off of it. Aaron and Naves, really good seat off overall. Peterbot, yes,
Actually, I was kidding. Alright, let's see what Peterbot's doing.
Kind of towards the center of this zone overall.
They're not even showing Peterbot.
So many people with Violet by his side, so it's going to be genius to see how much damage they have before things start to roll. 22 below for Naves and Aaron. This is just so heartbreaking. They can land just one shot.
Okay, use the middle wall. Honestly, probably could. Oh, okay, never mind. So they need surge, that's why.
One burst shot needs to land. Tabs, she's not allowing it. Naves is doing whatever he can do. He's also now just absolutely running dry on heals and HP. Nosh picking up Avery. C9 on C9 damage. Unfortunate right there, but for these guys being center zone on half, no one's going to be moving around them. This is a cursed blessing in disguise.
$180,000 on the line. Wait, 180? No, 160, right? 160, I think, for first place.
So unfortunate when you pull the zone like this and then you are so far below the surge that you cannot fight your way back out. Look at how much damage it has done to them. A team that can look right, that's a team that's willing to actually fight for it. There's not many on that platform yet.
Check it out. There's a few more too. We got also have commandment and just I think it might just be solo commandment right below him.
Alright, so your Jamper. Nice builds, nice builds. Yeah, those are really good builds.
One of the only teams to just give up height, go straight to where they need to be. This is genius. Not even using a single material to walk the entire way by. They use old builds. Huge for Jamper and Yamso. They don't have the win in their minds and their sights. They have the whole championship. They're playing that they're actually winning this FNCS.
Yeah, okay. This guy's saying all this. They're probably going to die next. Alright, here's Miro. Still solo, still alive, and I'm surprised. I honestly would have thought he would have been dead by now. Wow. See, that's the most dangerous part is when you start trying to shoot at teams. Oh, yeah. See, that's just so dangerous right there. What he did. Because you tell them where you're at, but he got his material or some material.
There it is. He's still alive right now. In the money, in the business. Peterbot also solo here, looking much better.
Oh wait, my bad. This is Peterbot. Yeah. Okay.
Goes down, finding solo
Clicks goes down. Ooh. Not going to be happy with that. Clicks is going to block Peterbot on Twitter, watch. Then he'll unblock him like 2 days later. As long as he doesn't win FNCS. So Nosh did say they would have high ground every game.
It's only a matter of time. High ground have no more mats. Low ground starting to run low too. Acorn and Edgy are on desperate territory here. Meanwhile, none Eaters have enough to maintain here, and the timing couldn't have been better. And now, let's jump into Nosh and Jack here. They jump down. They look for the fight. They find one. Weaken of Jiffer.
Ooh, Nosh is down. Nice moves. That was really nice. It's a nice escape. This guy right here is spamming. Oh, dude. Dude, if he got that shotgun off, that would have been nice. Super sweet. Super clean. Ooh, okay, so you got rolled over. Commandment. It's Commandment. It's Commandment wants it. Commandment wants it. Oh, you know what? He didn't want it that much. Well, I can't say that. Right, but he got slapped pretty good right there. Dude, this is a horrible freaking moving zone. It's horrible. Is Kanata still in it? It's 39 points. Yeah, honestly, like I would be happy if like Kanata took champs. It's first place, right? Because he's been trying for so long. All right, so Kanata's still on top. Kanata wants it. Oh no, Kanata's down. Oh, sweet, sweet. It's Kanata first because of his teammate. So did he not have any mats? Is that why he didn't build on him? Yes, Kanata deserves it. So way back when Buga took World Champ, like Kanata was even there, you know, like trying his hardest, but you know, like he's been trying for so long. That's nice. Nice clutch, nice win.
Usually they like to get control first. They're letting other players to get up, make a few mistakes, then Kanata's calling the shots to go straight up. Ager's also landing everything perfectly, Monster. This is looking good. It's just game one.
That he did. He played it very, very well. And what a way. The veterans kick it off. They give us so much momentum to work with. Let's send it on over to Kelly in the end.
I have no idea who got second or third or fourth place.
What a great game one right there. Obviously, Kanata and Agers had such a good performance over the last few weeks, and they're continuing that on today.
Yeah, there's the statement, right? I mean, well, the statement came throughout the season when they were playing dominant in the Cash Cups. But that's like the signature at the bottom of the paper right there. First game of the FNCS Finals, they take it home.
Yeah, and if you're feeling that feeling of deja vu, yes, in the qualification process, they started that day off as well. Back-to-back big game wins. They're ready to cement their legacy because we talked about it. Kanata has yet to win an FNCS.
Dude, this could take like 4 hours, man, for this whole thing.
Look at this. I mean, the higher ground take doesn't even come out until the 7th zone, right?
What time did it start? Was it 5?
So wise, but as well, I mean, when he went
5:20 for the first game, something like that.
I mean, that's like unheard of with this new Storm Surge. A lot of these teams are having trouble finding those materials in the end game, but Kanata and Agers played it so well. A refresh throughout that mid game allows them ultimately to make this high ground play and get that victory route in the end.
Yeah, throughout the game, because of the drop spot over towards Greasy Grove and the zone pulling towards there, you'd think they'd be a little bit more active, but no, they know exactly the position that they're in. They're not forcing a single thing. They're letting these eliminations naturally come to them.
Yeah, that was really nice.
We are going to them, and here we have our standings right now. Of course, it's going to be Agers and Kanata up on top, 46
Where is
points.
Miro, though?
Points
Booga.
ahead of second place, and then of course second all the way down to 9th place. It's pretty much just 1 point difference there with it.
Yeah, I mean, Elim's really making a big change on the leaderboard here because, you know, we saw it right there.
They showed the leaderboard, but they didn't do a close-up.
Casker in that end game. Nico and Casker got second place, but if we're looking at the leaderboard, they're in 6th place. All of these teams above them just have
Well, zoom in on the leaderboard.
Anybody that was finding them throughout this game is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, it definitely is, and being able to find the damage that you're seeing that's keeping them above the damage threshold. They're going ahead and mixing it up, and even though they did get it down, you see they're not thirsting for it. They're not tunnel vision. They're just continuing on with their rotation because they know when the end game happens, you have to be very, very precise with your team.
And I'm going to say, I thought it was actually going to be a cleaner win from Agers and Canada there, but Nico and Casker held on for quite a while.
Listen, you got to remind everybody at home, we're in the FNCS finals right now. All of these teams deserve to be here, and the aim is showing Nico and Casker. Whilst we may have big favorites in Canada and Agers.
All right, come on, zoom in on the board now.
We kind of got Canada got knocked down.
And it froze on me. There it goes.
Donnie Aviv contesting Loot Lake, and that's why you saw, or maybe you didn't because it happened so quick. Senton and Cold went out very, very early. Tahi and Bank even taking part, making sure that they did go down. So when you see a solo, you know as well as I do, you do everything in your power to get them out of the lock.
And not to mention, we also saw Glaze and Elite. They were expected to land over as Shifty Shaz contest Peterbot and Violet, but no, they actually went over and contested Doves and Rokane, and that fight lasted a long time, and no team really benefited from that.
Well, I love that you pointed that out, because we're going to look at Peterbot and Violet real quick. Of course, being the reigning champs, all eyes are on them. Can they do it again?
I mean, honestly, yes. I was a little bit worried about them getting contested on spawn because Glaze and Elite are so good. And, you know, Shifty Shaft really comes down to landing up on that hill. It's almost a 50-50 with those chest spawns up there. But Peterbot and Violet have been landing there for a long time, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe they got it. But now they're in a similar situation to where they were last season, uncontested. They're really good at getting the surge damage, which is why you can see Peterbot.
So I wonder what placement Clicks got.
It's also going to net them, Jacob, those grapple hooks.
That was a nice shot there.
The thing to kind of hold on to is this has only been game number 1. Everything that you've seen here so far is just a taste of what you're going to see towards the end game. And even though they did go down in about 13th, 14th place overall,
dude, this is like the 6th time that they showed leaderboard. They won't zoom in on it. 7th time.
6, zone 7. But one of those teams that didn't have that situation is Trashy and Rise, currently sitting in our 2nd place team due to those 6 eliminations.
So is that Miro? So I can't tell right there.
Always been on the radar. He's kind of rising up as this IGL, and the big thing going for him is that he has a good friend group to kind of help him learn the game immensely, and he just shows it. And then on the back, look at this Trashy right now, 4 eliminations, kind of being fragger on the team. He eventually does go down, but Rise still in a position to gather up more points, and sure enough, he does do that.
Yeah, getting that refresh onto A corners, allowing him to kind of outlast a couple of extra placements. Because you know as well as I do, even 1 point of placement hit 2, it could mean the difference between thousands of dollars or the Axe of Champions.
And although it was just game number 1,
Thousands of dollars or the Axe of Champions. Which one would you rather have? The Axe of Champions in your Fortnite account where everybody bows to you in a public lobby? Or 55 grand you could throw in the bank, buy a brand new Jeep, buy a brand new PC? I think I would go for the 55 grand. I mean, that's really tough to say because the Axe of Champions is pretty nice.
That was only game 1, and that can happen again, right? All these teams could just go somewhere differently. So all these players and us spectating have to be on our toes and ready for anything.
On our toes, on the edge of our seats. Game 1. I'm ready for game 2 already.
Yeah, I'm ready for game 2 as soon as you guys show the leaderboard up close. So I have my TV like on the wall, and I don't want to get up and walk all the way up to it.
Yeah, so the timeline basically was right after the 3rd qualifier, we had a big change in Storm Surge. It's a lot more aggressive. For a little bit of a comparison, in the previous rendition of Storm Surge, in the 4th zone, it was happy with 70 players alive. Now it wants 54, so a lot more aggressive. But those teams that played in the qualifiers played with an old Storm Surge. That doesn't seem to be affecting the teams of like Canada and Agers, right? Like they were one of those teams that got through early, and they haven't really played an FNCS finals with, or FNCS lobby.
Come on, Vivi, get it straight, get it straight. So this is like Snow Red and the 2 dwarfs, you know? She's like, you know, 12.5 feet tall, and they're like 3.5 feet tall. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, I don't know.
Well, if you're looking to teams that are doing well early, you have to look to Canada and Agers grabbing that first victory royale, but can they do it in game number 2? Well, let's find out with MDF and Shio.
Game 2.
And after an explosive start, we get to start gearing up for game.
Alright, here we go. Game 2 without one close-up of the leaderboard, but whatever. It's all good. I'll tweet Fortnite later on, I'll complain.
It's really structured organized for them overall. Now it's about who can survive after, you know, being ahead of the pack in game one. Who can really stick on top of these boards.
The question is Clix going to go down in the first 3 minutes of this match?
Do a very good job of surviving, sticking to the end. Couple solo clutches coming in out of nowhere, but Season Day also.
Can Booga stay alive to end game?
In an end game for the first time in how long? But maybe all it took was them being uncontested.
Hey, WC's WD, I saw it going on in the chat room. Huge to have them here in game one. That being said, consistency for Cease has been the thing that's challenging. Game after game, he has these standouts. Can he keep it going? That's what's left here in these next 5 games we're going to watch over on.
This default skin to my right looks like Superman from the side.
Bringing up the new dogs. Can we keep him under control? Well, we'll find out. The game is here. Let's jump on the battle bus.
Let's go right into game number 2 for NA.
All right, here we go. So here we go, Clark Kent. Game 2 right here, FNCS. Let's see what happens.
Till all 12 games are over, we shall see. Looking good at, you know, Trashy and Rise as well. They're like sponges absorbing up so much pressure from the lobby. Will they get overwhelmed?
Clark Kent, who was just pickaxing me. If you don't have the battle pass, dude, throw me an ad and I'll hook you up in a couple of days.
Many times before, but for the first time, it's Shadow, it's Walkers. This is a new drop spot for them. They have decided to come way up north and try their hand. And again, they're around the bets.
All right, so what's going on here?
This fight's gonna happen all
Oh, that was quick. Is he just gonna go back? Oh, okay. So he didn't go down.
Looks like Sakuga users actually.
Dude, those sweater skins are actually really nice. It's really clean.
Times right now, Dubs. Rokane, a little bit of a difference as well. Oh no, Elite and Glace up in the business. They're looking good. Glace though taken down a little bit as Rokane has looks like the superior weapon for now. Elite, no items for the moment. He needs to pick up right now. Unfortunately, stuck being a couch potato at the bottom right there, but now he's got that damage. Assault rifle in tow. Rokane running away, but yeah, he's going to be seen.
Okay, nice shots.
Perfectly. Glace is going to be
nice follow through.
He did try to fight his way back all the way through to the end. Let's watch that back one more time.
There's a trash can right behind this building. And I would have just licked open the trash can and just hung out there for like, you know, 30 minutes.
Right between both players. If that changes, it's an easy 2v1 with height.
Well, maybe not that long, but
Both Rokane and Dubs. Talking about them though, Rise Trashy right there in second, 6 eliminations. Every other duo looks like has to run into them at some point. If they take away HP every time they're met with each other, it's going to be huge.
All right.
You cannot afford to drop 2 games. That's just going to be
Skanada's wearing the to the ski skin. So I like those, but I don't really like the red one. So I think I use either the UK version. The American version looks really good too. The Canada version is really nice.
Meanwhile, Avery and Commandment, the low ground of the Rave King. Normally, there's like 4 teams down here trying to make do with what they can, but when there's less space, or when there's less players and more space, you can see that there's no reason to clash against them.
Yeah, the balls are kind of done.
Dude, Avery's been trying forever to get first place in the FNCS.
Yep, they've got their space. Season Day's got theirs as well. 7C rocking against Steve.
And don't get him confused with the streamer Avery, AVXRY. That dude is not the same player, so it's different. And who the heck is this supposed to be? Are those 7s and Zs and 7Z? That's his name. It's different.
Find some tags is the name of the game right now. Continues to disengage here. Iamzo on his usual routine out the back of the high ground position.
Nice colorful plane.
Straight on over to this plane, maxes material. He does this every single time without fail. Just like that, they continue to maintain one of the better routes I think we've seen of any duos here. What's this though? Chewy and Fable top.
Chewy Pog, Zen. I think that's what Bewitching is from. That streams on Twitch. She's pretty cool to watch.
See how it works. Last time it wasn't out in Asians. These guys fought, and it was up inside a house. Right now, really feeling that desert air. They're rolling free on just one of these ramps. Low materials.
So you know, like if anyone's watching the stream that actually likes Save the World, right? Because I love Save the World, and sometimes I'll do streams on that too as well. But I met a really cool streamer earlier who streams Save the World. Something like Monday through Saturday or something like that from the UK. So his name is Special K. You can probably Google him up and find out his Twitch name. But yeah, so he plays other games too. But he's actually pretty cool. So if you guys want to check him out, go ahead and check him out. No idea what you said. Should I mute you? Am I talking too loud? Sorry. If I am, you can mute me.
Mason has the side angle here, and it's just a matter of time. Taco gets cracked once again there. And yes, they tried to
So here's NFan.
last game. They essentially face checked.
Yeah, dude, you can totally like mute me. Sorry, I'm like on my YouTube thing right now.
Around the rim. And look, they get greeted with NFan and Mason.
Yeah, I can't understand what you said.
So far, NFan and Mason have the lead here. They finish things off. And
Was that Random Kitty?
go back to the drawing board.
If it was, that's a very interesting name.
Easy claps for them overall.
All right. Anyways,
For everyone else, it's kind of a back and forth. A round of applause, if anything. No one really is going down.
here's Moon. Hello, is it Jezebel? Sorry, I forget her name. Oh wait, so it's Isabel. Isabel, that's right. That's right. Skull Tribes.
Here to be able to see everyone in the surrounding area. You have to hit those tags. It's really what it comes down to. Area.
Yo, you know, if you guys get really bored sometime, my YouTube, I'm not famous, nothing like that, but I like to stream every now and then. My YouTube name is my competitive name, which is UZH on YouTube. So, pretty easy to find. Put use, put space for Fortnite after that, I'll pop right up. So I only have about 24 million subscribers right now. Actually, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. Kidding. My name's not Dream.
Timing a position with his new search changes is huge. For Nosh as well, I'm really liking the way he's playing. It's just been nice first steps, the first shot, the first person to make a move, especially in last game's end game. And he caused absolute havoc. A lot of other teams moving around the map.
Until they lost height and until they died and Canada took first place, yeah, I guess.
Can't separate these guys. They're kind of conjoined by the bone. This game, though, I mean, they want to get back.
NPen has like the best eyebrows, you know? It's kind of something that you need like in winter. Ice and snow and all that. Really thick like Sesame Street eyebrows. It's kind of funny.
What went wrong the last game as Booga went down early? Miro still manages to put up 22 points. Brings them all
Yeah, why did like Booga go down? So that's what I want to know.
It's crazy that Booga went down so early.
Yeah, he did.
Miro still keeps the competition fully alive. Clicks and Duke, we saw Clicks also working.
Oh, Lane, thanks man for the invite, dude. But I'm busy right now.
Looking good overall, but I think this team needs that space.
So I'm not running Fortnite right now, or gaming or whatever.
11th and 12th for the last two teams you watch respectively. I'm liking what I'm seeing on broadcast right now, but I want to throw a grapple out and zip over to.
So Clicks is still rocking the skin for season 2 from the previous game. That's an okay skin, but nobody uses like the bullseye skin, which I think is pretty dope. Or oh yeah, cool Lang. All right, yeah, cool. Thanks Lang. Yeah, dude, like one of my favorite small female skins is a Velocity. Nobody ever uses Velocity. She's just super dope.
But also in the early game as well, we get to see them chilling, farming, enjoying the loot that is available to them. They don't have to rotate early because they have the flexibility.
Hot little, what is it? I'm trying to get her name. Hot. Wait, hot something? Hot, it's something. Yeah, dude, my YouTube is the same as my name on here, so it's just UZH.
Thank you, Minnie. Both those teams also first and second, respectively.
Yeah, definitely. They put themselves in position to succeed here.
So I think there's like a college like in Switzerland or something that's also under use, but I don't know, like they copied me, I guess, but whatever. Well, maybe they didn't, but still, like I'm the only use like competitive gamer. You have to type in like UZH in space and put in Fortnite after that. It's pop right up. What is Click trying to do? Okay, okay. Nice shots, but now what?
Completely push over. You can see him kind of calling that disengagement. Go for a few other shots instead. He's never had the temperament to match.
So I love how Fortnite switches the screen right when they're pushing a whole nother team.
I mean, it is finals. You have to respect every single team that is here. And again, this is only the beginning, so who knows if players are still trying to feel out the temperature.
Oh wait, not it's Logic or something like that.
Even Donnie managed to continue to move their way out of their contested drop, right? They've essentially been winning.
So I like the skin. So that's one skin I didn't get from the shop. So I should have got it, but I think I actually gifted that to a couple people.
Really good at keeping things just silent and secure until they need to strike. Got a lot of the damage down already earlier on. This is a dumb angle from Kanata, but he's making it work. How is it even possible?
It's a dumb angle.
This man is looking right up to the cave, gets the first shot landed. It's just insane to me.
Bushes in Fortnite. The little trees is all you need. You need just a little.
Yeah, you don't want Commandment to have high ground on you no matter what.
That's ridiculous.
It's not a good idea.
Actually, Commandment on the other side of the
Yeah, dude, I like your mid pickaxe. Really nice.
Look around the sides here, but hold on, Magnolia and Gold have a big issue. Nick, we shouted them out. They made it all the way to semifinals. They were the last team. They just squeaked their way on in off the backs of other players' success. Otherwise, they would not be.
Somebody using metal walls this early in the game. You know that they're in shambles.
Go ahead and fight their way back. It's an exceptional team right now. Magnolia and Gold is a team that is worthy of top 10. A little bit of luck. Might just in the top 5. Who knows? Maybe more.
Third right now, so the consistency is just rocking over. Now they played game 1, but game 2 is always that test. The game we're watching.
Once people start pushing each other, dude, then they change the screen, then they flip it. It's like, come on, Fortnite. Like, what are you guys doing? Like, Cliffs could be dead right now, you know?
Laying up a bunch of traps all over the map in terms of bases where you can easily rattle down so much damage in terms of shots.
So unfortunately, until I get my PC early next year, I'm forced to like do spec or watch parties this way. It's all good.
Decent day as well. But that raid can be a little bit more of an active kind of spot inside moving into the third zone. It's always nice to see Cease be able to use this natural ability on the map. Those are the games where him and Day can really stand out.
Cease and Day have to.
Dude, they're right there in the open. What?
Kanata,
Oh man, those dudes are nuts.
are at the default low ground position. They get tagged up. As Cease
Was that Kanata at the bottom?
But Day is also punished here. He's hurt. More shots come in the trade.
Oh my god.
Distance. Cease understands that they have a lot to work with here, but they
It's like third party city right here.
not for too long there. Meanwhile, Nut and Chucky making their rotates inside, so be very much aware of what's going on there.
Yeah, for Cease, it's kind of a thumbnail question. What was the cost?
Exactly. What was the cost, right? Was it worth it? See, the guy just said, right? Was it worth it? Definitely was not worth it. There's a 50-50, right? When you're someone, like inside someone's box, you know, like 50% chance, right? You'll die or they'll die, whatever. But that wasn't a 50-50, dude. That was like a 90-10 or 10-90.
So they're bouncing by mountain to mountain as well. They're getting a lot of damage down. They still look slightly desperate on the other side of things.
Dude has a gold striker, so what's he gonna do with that?
Nice pump and really
One shield keg, which is 9 for Surge.
like, you know, the veteran sense of, you know, how to
That's
play
like
this
epic for Surge.
Even if you get into a fight, you get damaged, it's easy to keep rocking it, flying by. For Naves and Aaron, there'll be a little bit of that panic coming in. They get shot, might not be able to handle it.
And there's a reason for it. It's their first time in a finals lobby.
So I saw Slack's name and I thought of Skittles. Like, what the heck happened to Skittles?
More importantly, respect your opponents, but not too much. Be confident to win the battles. Ultimately, Clarity G Slacks, they get a win.
Maybe he's NA West.
In their semifinals, the last opportunities, the last chances, they do it early. They punch their way to finals here. Game 1, no points.
Donnie BLM, Donnie. Never heard of him.
Very, very well. They win their drop, they stay contested, but they put themselves in positions to continue to
Okay.
fight through. They need this now more than ever. No tags here as they're way below the surge, and it's going to take a lot more than that.
And their stories are so different inside this FNCS, and the last one was
6 flashes.
building 24/7.
Nice.
They had about
You better start using those flashes sooner than later.
that surge threshold's gone up.
There you go.
HP gone down after that shot. Their chances to get consistent damage also thrown out the window in this FNCS. They really have to find it. Abney. It's not going to be easy for him. It's not going to make it easy either for the other team to really find that damage.
Oh, dude, man. Dude was in a trash can. That's so funny.
Cost here, him and Donnie losing all their shields. Still not up on damage. 128 below after picking apart Tabney's shield and HP.
Oh, wow.
This is just desperation.
Yeah, this is why you need to get, honestly, a duo at that matter, because the down body gives you a little bit more too, so.
Where is Booga, though? Like, is he alive or what's going on?
OMG Me2 does find Avery alongside Shania here, so that's a full team wipe for them. They're 265 damage above. They're looking very, very good. They're going to start rotating just past our number 1 team. Konami Age is down low. Cease is going to finally get fully eliminated there. That means they did not get the tag.
Yep, so Cease killed himself. It said Cease, and like he basically killed himself, dude. So put that to me real quick.
Okay, this is just trouble. A blender of a situation for Aviv and Donnie. Sphinx and kicks for up top also needed that damage. One of the best spots to be in. They can watch from top down. They can have the threshold. The damage numbers also available. Top heavy looking down for other individuals. might not be as benefiting, as lucky to have it. They're still spraying into boxes below.
Spray and pray.
His teammate Mason,
And Storm's coming. Probably wasn't worth it.
So different, so scary.
Oh, okay, wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad.
Move a spar. That zone is moving at maximum velocity, super speed. Kicks and swings can't slow down.
More and more exchanges happening everywhere right now, but 5 more players have to go down before the pressure begins to slow down and players get a little break here. And it doesn't look like that's coming anytime soon, as right now we're going to honestly plan B, heal it out, and you can see for Jamper and Yamzo,
Jamper's at 31 points. Okay.
For heals here to take into the late half of the game.
It's not bad.
They are going to have to fight, and ultimately you might as well do it now while everyone's in a scramble here. This is a solo. What does he have in the inventory? We don't know, but we'll find out shortly if he can't escape here, and it doesn't look likely.
So Nanny just went down. Nani, whatever his name is.
Continue to push on through. This is it, end of the tunnel.
Duke HD went down.
Golden zero ping, might be some false advertising there. This guy has not kept a single wall rolling in. Jamper Yamza with the pre-edits.
So Clicks is still in the game. He just took someone out.
Desperate to have something inside his arsenal. That might be the difference maker late game as well. They have to get in though.
And Clicks took out Flu. Yeah.
Unfortunately missed the damage.
And Pin's still alive.
As well. It'll be Hoofish who picks that one up. Big nice Goomba stop though is Jackson. It's head completely kicked in by
So here's the Yamzo. Here's that red-headed kid we saw in the beginning talking. That looked like he was like 8 years old. So this is him right here.
They don't have a chance to maybe rest and breathe.
But you know what? Finding the Elam onto Jackson was very, very good for them. That just works out. They get some extra, much-needed heals here. At least puts them in a position to play something and have options to move forwards. But Shonye, OMG Me Too, a team that's been quite literally on the money right now, playing very, very well. Clicks up the spot.
All right, so Clicks is getting shot up here pretty good.
He gets saved by his teammate Duke, and now pressure's
That was a nice build right there they did. That's nice.
Worst type of zone for him to be able to use and move with though.
These guys probably know he's a solo, and they're not going to give up. Or rather, they shouldn't give up.
From start to finish of next circle to the finish of next circle as well. Everyone going to be basically right beside each other.
So why would you? You know, like you see him medding through the wall. Why would you let him get away with that?
How did he get into this situation is the question. Duke, a rock paper scissors match against.
Yeah, so Duke got rocked.
Toss out the correct shape, size, element, whatever it is. Clicks. He survives.
Let's see.
He has rock up against the scissors. Look at that absolutely crushing blow up inside the box with a burst rifle. Give him whatever weapon he can survive.
In the end, it's the tracking there, and Clicks had it. Now listen, if they go down early, it is what it is. They earned themselves 8 points already, and some placements to go along with it as we start jumping our way to top.
You also go if you play Save the World or whatever, which I don't know, you might not, or Fortnite, or yeah. Anyways, actually, yeah, dude. Like I already did say on my YouTube. My bad.
Absolutely, and right now you can see the difference, the kind of bonuses you get for having a set plan, for being one of these teams that are.
All right, all right. I still don't know if Boog is alive or not. Alright, so Jamper's alive, Kanada's alive.
That might be the most clutch elimination he's going to have in this entire first day.
Wait, Kanada is not alive, my bad. So Kanada's down. Are you going to like res your teammate there? Yeah, dude, he's like taking minis, dude, and he could have... Yeah, dude, he could have been like resing Kanada right there. I don't get that. I don't get that. Not a good decision.
Teammate, this Kanata is, right? Realistically, most players would not opt out of the game, right?
See? Yeah, he took those minis, he left Kanada, and he died. Not worth it.
But Aegis does get taken out, but a great opportunity nonetheless.
Got too many teams just looking towards.
I don't agree with that at all.
Definitely surviving a bit longer too than if.
So if they get second or third place, Kanada, like if they do that well, I blame him for making that decision for not resing him. Yeah, it's just like Storm. The Storm is what? Maybe a 2-tick. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So maybe it is a 5-tick. Actually, yeah, you know what? Like probably it's a 5-tick.
They've had first dibs, and their loadout is showing us just that. Look at how much material they have to work with. So they're not going to be the team that's starting to struggle so much with this one, unless they get punished big time.
Yeah, they want to observe every team around them as well. They have a harpoon. To just track who's going.
All right, so Peterbot's alive. So I'm trying to read the kill feed here and see. Show me Booga, right? Show me the world champ. Show me that he's in the game. That's all I want to know.
They can see absolutely everything, so they barely even need to build. This is just beautiful.
It's a game of knowledge too, right? They get to take this into endgame. They literally got almost like what feels like cheats here. They get to survey.
All right, so Clicks is there. Clicks is a solo. Gold SMG Stinger and a gold Striker. Med Spray. That's all he has left.
Clicks all the way on the right side, struggling as well. I mean, one of the best items to have, that med mist. He's going to be able to use that storm, move around.
I mean, sometimes I think like these duos, like, do they like die on purpose? That way that their teammate can have a rush and playing solo. Oh yeah, Playify is not gonna play around. And he missed that shotgun shot. He missed that shot. Okay. So I would say you got lucky with that. It looked like he missed that first shot. Why would Playify? You know what? Yeah. No excuse for that.
If he can react fast enough, there's anyone who's quick on the builds, quick on their feet. It is Clicks there, so he's back in the game, earning himself even more points from 7th all the way on up to 4th.
With Clicks being a solo, this should keep the cam on Clicks.
Meanwhile, DJ Pledge on high ground, one of the very few teams that are in a position to actually maintain this for a second, as they do get the advantage to the pull button. Spy, right? There's other threats.
So I want to see what Clicks is doing, and Clicks just killed someone else. Why would you take the cam off that dude?
Really good at controlling those. When it comes to towns, other teams end up sneaking by.
So I'm not a fan of Clicks, but still, like, I want to see what he's doing.
For this one, we have Shadow and Walker's looking to challenge him for the moment. Egglin and Edge all the way over at second height, moving through as well. Peterbot and Viola. They also have eyes. This absolute complete knowledge.
All right, so Edgy has some nice builds. Clicks is running, trying to get in the zone. So he's in the enemy builds right now, which is not good. Someone could edit at any moment and just take him out. Oh, sweet. Here we go. Booga's in it, man. Miro's in it. Nice. Booga has like no health. Booga has no health. So they both made it? Crazy. Alright, so that was paper. So Clicks is still there. Clicks only has half shield. Or less than half shield.
What planet will he crash on? Can he find a refresh is the question. Desperately looking around at every single window of opportunity.
So he's controller too, which I'm not a fan of.
Trying to find anything. Now that Medmus will have about 15 seconds to use in this storm. Peeps around the bushes as well, finds a player. Shotgun there. It's going to be D-Gen, who had height before. Look at how Destiny's change. It's passed on over to Clicks. 150
Alright.
7 seconds left.
Whoa, did Booga just go down? Oh my god.
Somehow he survived longer than duels who have control. Utilizing all his materials to keep going, moving up layers and placing down armored walls. He still finds safety. How is Clicks doing this?
You know, Clicks is a controller player, and I would not learn to play Claw and mess up my wrists when I play on PC, and I refuse to. So I don't get it. So I need to watch a video of how Clicks uses his controller. But like if he's on PS5, he's at 120 FPS. My large screen that I have on TV on my wall is only 60. So my smart TV, my Samsung, it's still a fantastic TV, but it's just 60 FPS. So like I need to get a monitor no matter what, sooner than later, because it makes a big difference. Alright, so Paper's still alive. Peter Bot, Viola.
He's just right in the middle, right in the eye. Finds a little bit of peace. Spade on the left side. Hits him with a wind gust. Peter's looking for the next shot.
Nice move right there behind the wall. Ooh. He's got shotgun in there. Yeah, that's not good.
Coming in. Somehow Peterbot is finding out how to solve this puzzle. I'm not even sure what's going on the screen. Trashy and Rise are
That was a nice pito by the other player who shotgun him. Sneaky.
They get chipped right from the side. Save Peterbot for a moment, but they earn points. That is what matters. Now let's look at the wide shot here. Peterbot trying to hold on. It's only a matter of time. Walker's in Shadow from the north side.
Ooh, wait, Shadow is in this. Dude, I knew he was in this, and they didn't say anything about Shadow until now. I knew what was up, dude. I mentioned Shadow earlier in the stream. If you guys watched it, I mentioned Shadow more than once. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't remember them saying Shadow even once. Yeah, they didn't mention Shadow, I don't think, unless I'm losing my mind, dude. But I knew it. I knew it, dude. Shadow rocked the last game, man. Like him and his teammate, the last two games of semis. So they did really well.
Playing it patient, looking for the next speed. Maybe it's a double drop down on two different sides. That's what it's looking like. Nice defense to keep these builds up from Shadow.
Skull Tribe's been hanging out. Skull Tribe's been hanging out for quite a while. So I don't normally add randoms, right? But you seem pretty cool. There you go. So Walkers and Shadow. Here we go. Let's see what happens.
Breaks that floor, sees that ramp, knows exactly where Rise is going to be walking by. We just have to find them. Stay as a duo. Wrap it all out. There's the big one. Another one to follow too from Walker. This is just awesome.
See? Come on, dude. These dudes didn't mention Shadow. I'm sure that they didn't. I'm sure that they didn't, dude. And I've been talking about Shadow since the beginning of the stream. I knew it. So last thing I said about Shadow was maybe you play the NA West. Next thing you know, out of nowhere, boom. There's Shadow, here's Shadow, boom. Victory Royale. I knew it. Very impressive how they took that. So now that I know that they're in it, so I'm going to say Kanata for number 1, Shadow for number 2. Shadow just might go for the first. Shadow and Walkers, I guess I'll say. And Kanata only because he's been trying for so freaking long, dude. So that's very explosive. Yo, Skull, thanks for the invite, dude. Like, I would join, man, but I'm just doing a quick YouTube stream real fast of a couple games, and then I'm gonna hop off. But we can run some games in the future, though, for sure. So if you can hear me, so I think you can. Cool. Oh, you can. Okay, cool. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. We'll play some other time. All right. So they were at 31, so at that point right there. And I forget what the Victory Royale point box is.
From Shadow and Walkers from the high ground just too much for all these low ground teams, and they walk away with it.
Yeah, and I know we're having 12 total games throughout these 2 days, but that's back-to-back games here where that strategy has reigned true, because in game 1, Kanata and Agers did that exact same thing, finding the refresh, saving the mats until 8th zone, and then you go ahead and strike towards the top, and everybody towards the bottom.
Oh, that was nice. That was clean. So Walkers did a lot of work right there.
Here we have Trashy and Rise, 75 points.
Trashy and Rise at 75? Holy crap. That's crazy, dude. Now I gotta mute this dude. There we go. Yeah, dude, I love the mute button, dude. It's awesome. Alright, here we go. So I actually gotta call my buddy real quick. On my iPhone. I'll be right back. So it'll just take a second. Or take a minute. So I'll be back.
Teams jumping up the leaderboard because this is just game number 2. One of those teams being Peterbot and Byla with 56 points tied for 3rd place right now.
Yeah, great game right there. Honestly, you know, coming into game number 1, they thought they were going to be contested. They were probably a little bit confused, maybe a little offset. Their footing wasn't quite set yet, but now that they know they're coming in to this FNCS where they're going to be uncontested, they got a little bit more into the group here.
Okay, I'm back. So I guess he's busy. He didn't pick up. It's all good.
600 damage above throughout that movie zone right there.
And now he's calling me back. Okay, guys, I'll be back.
They had such a phenomenal FNCS finals last. It's very, very hard to mimic and match it. So even though they don't have as much of a lead here after 2 games, they're still pulling it together, finding that momentum and finding their groove.
But be careful, right? If they get on that roll, we saw what they could do in that last FNCS finals. It will not end well for the rest of the lobby.
Oh yeah, being on a roll right now, just like Shadow and Walker's jumping up 32 placement points. But speaking about being on a roll, you guys are going to be rolling on to the other side of the stage because we have a special segment.
Yeah, so I wanted to kind of highlight why some of these North Pooling zones are so tough, but specifically I want to take a look at Booga and Miro. Now, it was tough for Kanata and Agers, but it also was tough for Booga and Miro. We know that they land all the way down at Chomp.
Alright, come on, back. I'm back.
We're going to be taking a look at where exactly they are right now. Look at this.
So my brother wanted me to go down there and hang out a little bit. I was like, dude, like, you always want to hang out on Saturday, dude, when I'm watching tournaments.
All the way northern pooling zone. This is tough because you're basically rotating towards the rest of the lobby, literally all of it. So they're going to be trying to make this rotation here, Jacob. And honestly,
Yeah, that's a
it's a tough one.
long, dreadful rotation right there that they're doing.
That are making that same and similar rotation, but for them,
And then to go in there around Tilted Towers, that's tough.
So they're getting themselves just enough surge to make this a safe rotation in towards zone, but then disaster kind of happens again. They get another far pull right after this fight.
Yeah, disaster happens because, you know, Tilted Towers, you have so many people on height right there.
Make sure that they are set up nice and clean for the next rotation. All in all, they are trying to make sure they have max materials and all of the loot they possibly can because they're so smart. They know what's ahead of them, right? They want to make sure that they are fully prepared for this tough pulling zone that is about to occur. And this nice little pause here.
So that's the one thing about Booga Miro. Like, I've seen them run like 3 games, 4 games at FNCS, and then out of nowhere they just come from 15, 20th place to like 2nd place or 1st place or 3rd place.
Zone pull yet again, but at least this they didn't go all the way up north before they made it happen. They went ahead and go right through Loot Lake, where you do see a ton of different rotational items from launch pads, zip lines to make it as safe as possible. But it's so congested right here. That refresh that you talked about very, very early on is that key.
Yeah, and honestly, it just turns into another thing right there where they do end up being the most southern team. Again, it's just very, very tough. But honestly, you know, we're speaking about how harsh of a rotation was it for them. They still made it into the end game of the doing. I think they got 13. So if that's like
Not end game, but they made it to end game.
Yeah, these zones can obviously spell disaster for a lot of these teams right now, but they also can spell success like we saw from Kanata and Agers in game number 1. But we just got 2 games down, 10 more to go over the next 2 days. So let's head on over to game number 3 with our casters.
Game 3.
All right, game 3 already? Wow. Okay.
Failure, VR's eliminations, 2 sides of many coins inside this Fortnite game, and we're up to game 3 now, almost at halfway point to see what teams change.
This is it. We've seen a lot of change. We've seen a lot of new stories, exciting ones begin to develop. But we've seen a lot of exciting starts. Let's jump on to game 3. Let's see how this one plays out. In the end, right? In the end, what you do this weekend matters so much. We're only just getting more and more closer to bigger events that could unfold throughout.
Now, guys, remember, dudes, this is day 1 of NA East FNCS Grand Championship. 6 games today, 6 games tomorrow. This is game 3 of day 1.
Control from that 5th zone, absolutely huge for the team. Rhythm, he's going to look to see what he can do from a high type spot as well. But for every team that's rocking in,
Alright, this is users, not used, that's me. This is users. They died last game. Wait, no, I'm sorry. They didn't die last game. So they died the game before that.
They got nothing to use for the rest of their game.
Peterbot found Walkers in the Peter, by the way. Just as we touched out, that was like an instant knock. Peterbot and Bila are very, very close in their territory, so that's crazy. We'll see what happens. It could have just been the way the bus played out. Meanwhile, 7Z falls to the hands of Kaz, uses Skakuga.
Which skin is that? So I thought that was a sweater skin. Oh wait, hold on. That's got to be the season's different season skin.
The weapon loadout's there. Let's see it. Big slides around. Double shotgun's great. With some good punishment down, but not enough. There finds a great tag. And
So for everyone who's watching the YouTube channel right now, Skull Tribe says hi. Well, hold on. Did they go down? Oh wait, they did go down. Yep. And users died again. So with his teammate, he died game 1, and they just died again right now. Not good, dude. Not good. Man, they're throwing away the championship because they wanted to drop at the same location. Why would you throw away 180 grand for drop at the same location after being comped 50-50 and dying and throwing away your first game? Doesn't make sense. Now they threw away game number 3.
so much more with the time they had an opportunity to be alive. So both these stories you tune in, 2 for 1 on either side, but the story does go to Never Fight, who does have himself inside the top 10. But
oh, this is not good.
making their first appearance inside the FNCS Finals. Aaron and Nate.
Oh, dude, this guy's getting lasered. This Aaron guy.
Pretty good. I mean, they made it this far.
He's confident, but he's just getting lit up.
To really test their might against the rest of the lobby.
He's playing really aggressive.
I want to see if they have what it takes to really break that block overall. Go for a huge karate chop against Bryce.
So pushing the dudes right here in the water, thinking that they have disadvantage, but
Put in almost every single position. Godlike spot to be able to get all surge. Awesome rotation as well to be right beside another team in box.
I would not push if they weren't pushing. See, dude just getting lit up.
This is something some teams thrive in. I'm seeing every single angle, every single face of a shake from Aaron and Naves. So far, haven't seen their supreme strength just yet. It might just be this one though. Nawson, you know how good he can be inside these fights though. He might be a tough opponent, too tough to actually master.
Nawson Bryce, a great player.
So that's his way of saying that they should have left.
Is here to put up the big numbers. Let's see it. Moon Unit Game's gonna be happy.
Oh my goodness.
The punishment comes in. Nawson gets traded.
Oh my god, dude.
Bryce Nawson was just a little bit sharper here.
So that's what I'm talking about. See, why would you push Nosh and the other dude? Why? They had every opportunity, dude, to leave and go the other direction, not getting pushed. Stay in the game, make it the end game, get some points. They just threw that away.
Every game now, they continue to be that team, that thorn on the outskirts, putting in shots. Taco and Chewy here in a fight, earn themselves their first set of points. Finally, first they call the Agers.
I was trying to see the kill feed, but they changed the screen too fast.
This time they were faster. Seems like it works out.
Everyone's kind of switching that timing, learning from the first two games. It's not even about all the FNCSs you've played before. It's also about how you control what happens within these 12 games you're going to be playing. 6 on this first day, and we're almost halfway through. Number 3, Rocana Dubs, that first one, yeah. So rough to watch for both teams that were trapped. Now they honestly know exactly.
Not really halfway through number 3, I wouldn't say.
As well are starting to fall on all sides. Looks like there are some counter plays happening right now. 20 rhythm. Wanna spring a surprise on Bryson Nawson.
Good here.
So what are they doing?
Well.
What are these guys doing hiding behind here?
Look, watch how it plays out. Nawson and Bryson have
These sneaky little rabbits.
unlooted area. Yeah, they're starting around. Yes, they're being precautious here. But at the end of the day, Rhythm and 20 do.
So they're playing possum right now.
As the old saying goes, those who attack first, those who are on offense, always have the advantage.
So almost thought he was gonna go for it.
Oh, these guys are hilarious. These guys are just like not making a sound.
Yeah, you can easily just build up, but now the surprise is gone. I was wondering, you can't even see the person looting it, and they have to build a ramp, so they may as well just build a wall right behind the builds, though.
What are they gonna do?
Awesome, no.
Doesn't. Look down. Look down. See him.
Oh my god, dude. So now we saw him. Wait, no?
At this point, jump in, please.
How do you not see him?
Just sitting around. The open bottom. Yes, they do. There it is. He goes for the top. He gets inside the box, but no tracking there. 20 misses the opportunity.
Oh my god.
Close out the battle, and they're ambushed. The strategy, the advantage they had is now gone. It breaks into a clean 2v2. Wow. How dare they just let him slip by? I'm so lost.
Fortnite had a sitcom live inside the game. I can't believe both players were looking the other way. Some animated cartoon type beats going down, and you can see kind of the panic from Rhythm and 20. They were kind of banking on that surprise, really doing a lot of the damage first. Now they're kind of forced inside this box fight on edge map. Nawson getting coned down though, so has to be able to escape from this and be with Bryce at the same time. Opens up the wall, Bryce takes that shot. Nothing lands from either side. Finally, Nawson taking huge beams. Bryce gonna maybe try to deny that.
Oh
pressure.
my god.
Okay, so what's supposed to happen actually does end up happening, just in very comedic fashion.
Okay. So they got it. They barely got it.
Let's take the hard route. Let's just lose the ambush opportunity and try it this way. In the end, at least they do get those points there. Now let's jump over to Booga and Miro here.
Booga, Miro, uncontested.
Find enough to go ahead and continue to
So they haven't made.
move up the rankings here. They're now in 8th place, 41 points.
8th place, 41 points. Not bad. No, that's really good for them.
Pace here for game 3. Playing it differently, they go south. I am a little bit concerned if whether or not they're going to be able to find some action in enough time. We'll see.
For Storm Surge, I think he's talking about.
Franco and Hernandez, they always kind of play that patient game. They start to shoot when everyone else moves, so
If not, the best bet is just to find 2 shield kegs and use that during Storm Surge.
I'm pretty sure you've used many more mats than what it's cost to actually farm up, but he's still maxed out on brick. He's looking fine. Aviv does not want to let him go.
He walks down there with 4 JD builds. He left with 40. No, it's okay. Just cost him 2 minis.
Oh, dude, I love that skin.
The thought that counts. Meanwhile, Duke and Clicks also.
So that version 2 with the white hair, with the green skin, looks pretty awesome. Alright, here's Clicks. And wow, Duke is, so his partner, Duke HD, is still alive. Surprising.
Find a couple more. He does. That's another 44 pickup there onto Nick FN in the distance. Those are important. Those tags are the difference maker.
Rise is looking to even capitalize on the same side by himself. Prim and Trashy, I think they're going to be playing the most different game compared to everyone else in the lobby right now. They're just looking to extend that lead. They're not playing with any type of desperation. All full planning for the moment, and they've only really gone down to one person so far. That's Kanata Asians. Just one team, actually. And if that's the case, that's all they have to worry about. As long as these guys are on the other side of the map, it's going to be fine.
Alright, so Kanata's switched up his skin to that chick, like motorcycle or bike rider girl.
For others, let's see if they'll open trades here from Kanata and Aegis. He does find the tags. Those are the opportunities you want to take.
I think I have that skin on my other account. I don't have it on this
so
one.
Much, in fact, that team says, hey, I'm not peeking him anymore. And they start to look away. Degen and Pledge, however, find a knock on the 7Z. Cole has to play for the pickup. They're being hyper.
Here's Degen. They call him Degen, but I call him Degen.
They lose the tracking in Degen. They lose the opportunity.
See, that's the dude's calling him Degen, and everyone I know calls him Degen.
7Z has now been saved. Let's see if though.
Will be fine for now. Zone, we'll see exactly where it goes as well. Please don't squeeze, it doesn't. So all the way on the right side, a majority of teams will have to move. Good for all their surge. People will be exposed. The ones inside around the islands, we'll have to be thinking about the future. Every time we see this east zone,
okay, nice tags.
Have you heard about the MGMU? Yeah, it's the mid-game mini update, so let's tune in.
MM coming out with the MGMU. Is that
all right? Here's Shadow and Walkers.
Unfortunately for Walkers, going down out of the air, we know this north side of Sleepy Sound is
what?
A rough position to land down.
Oh no!
Like north to south world can be very, very difficult. Of course, he did get knocked out of the air by the team at Shifty Shots, but luckily for him, does manage to get revived and they can go on with the game. We saw
oh
Tahi
sweet, okay.
running away. Let's have a look. What happened to him? Unfortunately, if you're a Tahi fan, it's not a very nice end. Jackson and Chubbs managed to clean him up in very, very good fashion. Beautiful eliminations, beautiful piece control, getting the shots connecting where it matters most. So, unfortunately for Tahi, they can't quite make it through the rest of the game, but for Chubbs and Jackson, they can continue.
Now, Shadow, have you heard of the TYMM?
TYMM, what is that?
Is Magnolia using the elite skin? It's okay.
That's the update that we need to continue to stay in the game right now and be focused and understand the hurdles that these teams are overcoming, because right now, it's now or never. It's the day one of NA East 5.
Yeah, and I am sad because I am a Tahi fan, and he did go down. So I'll be crying for the rest of the game. Not mind the sniffles. Squad team polarized. I mean, I called them out game one, hyped to see exactly what they're going to do.
Where the heck is Batman Booga? Is he like NA West?
I think the last 3 games of day 2 is where they can really pop off.
So I think he is.
I think right now, this is exactly where they want to be at, kind of near that top 5.
So far, they're playing very well. Have a lot going for them, and honestly, the fact that they have this zone favor is even better too. But hey, being on the coast, being on the beach, this beautiful real estate for now is not really the play. You have to get back into the population. You have to get back to the action there and put yourself in a position to find fights in the end. Shadow and Walkers, after that game 2 win, though, walk their way into this end game now. They're looking very, very solid here.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Just time back into the spot where they can have control of the lobby. The issue is when it's all the way towards this right side, towards the foundation, smack dab in the center of zone.
It's a nice combo though with the 76 backling. That looks good.
Across the entire land of the island, they can't move as far into the next zone, so they'll be trapped, not playing their game for now.
Now I do want to see if Walkers and Shadow, after winning a game from high ground, right? You've only seen them win from the low ground. That's how they got here throughout the semifinals. Will they start to look at height a little bit differently?
Yo, Skull Tribes, if you're a busy dude, you don't have to like stay and watch the game. So when I told you that I don't add like randoms usually, and I added you, right, because you were cool hanging out, like you don't have to worry about me unfriending you if you leave or if you're a busy dude. So like I totally get it, I totally understand. It's like I didn't mean to make it sound that way.
Continues throughout this weekend here.
I mean, the big thing about that is that so far they've already had one.
All right, who's golden? Something ping? Oh, ping? What?
The opportunity fair question, Monster. If you see them build that big base,
So you guys had 19 points and need something big.
so that's one of the hardest things to do is when you don't have that pull.
So that's the worst when you're playing the game. You're like, you know, this is third game, but once you get to like fourth game, you can't make anything happen. That's really just rough.
Reincarnated as well. It's always fun to watch.
Back in the day, that's all
Then it's
you
pretty
can
much
see
wraps
is the
at that point.
excitement of, oh my gosh, they're going for it from nowhere. Let's jump back into things right here. Our top 8 Sphinx, okay, with the clutch shot onto Elite there.
Okay,
puts him
Sphinx.
down.
So I haven't heard his name that much.
Will be able to save his counterpart. His teammate kicks here and put them back in the game. Well played save there, but they are deep in the zone. Once this one starts to close, the damage ticks will jump up significantly. Meanwhile, Violent Peterbot back into the action. Another fight here, and this is onto Cole. They just make do of the remnants after 7Z was taken down early. Doesn't seem like that story's ending well for them today, but it is just day one. It's a long weekend in front of us.
And there's another Twitter. What's so special about Twitter?
Also working with time, they have so many chunk splashes, giving them almost 2 days of opportunity to stay inside the zone. Acorn edgy as well, as long as these fights aren't really taking away too much chunks away from their shield and HP pool. 2 shield kegs, 6 splashes just on Acorn. And the minis, they've been able to come back from anything right now.
Now this is risky though. The longer they fight here, the more likely the teams on the mountains on the sides will just literally make their lives even worse when they enter into the storm. And that's Peterbot and Violet. That's a team that is unrelentless with the pressure. Luckily, they get away with enough time. Meanwhile, Rise and Trashy, like we talked about, playing the game completely different. They're trying to stay slow.
In the bush, dude. In the bush.
You just notice every single team we've watched is operating and moving based on what is going on around them.
I always randomize like my shots in the bush in competitive. And this is why.
Rise Trashy, the bush strap, playing so slow, playing separated as well. They're observing, waiting to see what happens next, being very patient with their builds as well. Duke and Clicks on similar vibes, but up inside a base. Duke has to be a little bit more proactive. One above Surge. They really need to let those numbers start to rock in. Slack's getting hit by that lightning right now. Tabney and Death, we'll see him possibly go down. Yeah, it is Death that picks that one up huge. And they're looking relatively well on damage. They have so much space to cover, so much ground to get back.
So it's so funny that that dude earlier said that like, he thinks that the shorter the name, the better it is, and you know I'm so glad that I have used so just a 3-letter name. There's very few people that actually have a name that's short. Oh my God, you got nailed. So what's Tail gonna do? Ooh.
Now, no shield though. Coming even worse for Wares here. The cutoff. Theo knows exactly what he needs to do, but this zone is starting to add up. It's 2 tick right now, but once it closes, it's 5. So time is running thin. The shot there, the punishment before Cooper gets sent back.
Okay, nice.
Pop gonna have to just climb back for these guys not having control, not being in the zone. Every time I see it, even if they win fights like this, they never get to win the game. Never get to get inside that top 10. Vigo Caster.
Nice, Pledge is down. Shadow's still in the game. He took out Pledge.
They're not going to be able to survive this big push. So many teams here. More than 10, almost 15 on this side of the zone.
And Shadow was credited for that elimination, which means he tagged them last. So that's a big point pickup for them right there. Lawrence and Paper inside the top 10 right now, looking pretty solid. Meanwhile, Nyx finds Walker, so it's not all rainbows and sunshines on the other side. They have to trade there, so Shadow will be left by himself for game 2 winners, possibly hurt here. Let's take a look. Yup, Shadow getting pressured by the lobby in 4th place right now is how far they managed to get this game.
Yeah, and they might be in the tropics. Shadow might be having flip-flops on the beach, but it's not vacation vibes. You have to keep your mind online. Have to look for the next decision, the next shot to...
Yeah, 60 points is pretty decent.
Pump on these walls, has the edit too. Shadow's letting it come down. Thing is, though, he's only fighting against toes right now. The damage is not going to be absolutely supreme.
For game 3, though. So at the end of the game, you get up to, what, maybe 76 to 80? That's probably what he's wanting.
It sees, I say team, might just be 2 solo players. Puck going to get taken out by the likes of Day. So Cease and Day are here, and Dejan's by himself on the right side.
That was actually huge right there because Pump was 89 below the surge as well, so it was only a matter of time. Shadow misses that opportunity, and now we have to watch another, honestly, great player play solo in the end game. How much can he do? We've seen so many do very, very well. Miro and Clicks being 2 amongst that, so can Shadow jump up into that conversation? has a great
Miro and Clicks, what about Booga, dude? I mean, he ran solo a couple times and did very well.
Final stage, big settings, and opportunities like this.
Miro had a grapple glove when he did it.
Here's Day.
Cease and Day. Cease being the one that has this maximum awareness. He knows he's going back and down on that side of the island. He understands that Dejan's up top by himself, and there's another solo inside that box as well. Day will look at the rest of the zone. Look at the trust he's given to Cease to have this fight towards the back. Keep the tracking down. Huge shots on both sides. Dejan going to be going down. Might be a knock, so maybe his teammate is up. No, Shadow's going to be taken out by Dejan. Dejan's not going to have the safety to be able to move all the way in his own passes, though. It'll be Cease and Day, a huge boss fight. It's going to be almost impossible to win. Chris will take him down from long range.
Yep, see that? So he randomly shot that bush.
Together inside this game.
So that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Control. Last time they were just running constantly. Miro did not get to take his shot on his own turn.
Alright, so Clicks solo. Again. Duke's going down. Who knows how?
Yeah, definitely. Clicks is not there. Not in peak physical form. This is a rough spot for him to be in.
Yeah, it is.
He's got no shields, no heals to work with here, and limited builds. And now he's got Kanata and Angers right underneath him. This is 4th place.
Well, this is not good.
Versus 6 here. And Clicks is by himself. No Duke to protect him. And there, Kanata makes a decision. We're going to go in. He takes the wall. And Angers follows.
Clicks is gone.
Faster.
So Kanata took him out.
Angers couldn't react. And just like that, they get themselves the points that they needed. They put an end to Clicks there in 6.
Not good, dude. Not good for Clicks.
Around 8th or 10th or so.
Yeah, after that edit too, uploaded to the lobby with gigabit speed. That man.
$160,000 on the line for the first place.
They just want something. They get it. Once again, right outside of this half and half. When was the last time this happened to Kanata and Agers? When they won that first game on the left side of where things pulled. So deja vu for them maybe. Rise and Trashy also here. And we know whose kryptonite or what their kryptonite is. It is Kanata and Agers. Every single team that was there in that first game is kind of in that same spot. If that's the case, Kanata and Agers should be shoo-ins to win.
They do find themselves near one another again here as Rise builds over their box and slips off through the side there. So careful.
Same thing too here. Iamzo and Jamper, one of the highest teams elevated, looking for a high ground play. They'll see Kanata and Agers. The question is this time, do they give up their power spot to try to play the entire tournament, or do they just, utilize this spot, fight for it, and play for the win?
Well, right now, Iamzo's cutting teams off. He's looking to hunt for opportunity here. I think they want more maps. I think he wants a refresher so they can actually build this way all the way through high. Oh, he lets his guard down for a second there. That could have been Rise and Trashy feasting on the siphon loot of Iamzo.
Last time there was a challenge. They just fell all the way to low ground. This time, looks like Iamzo is holding his ground. Jamper up top. They'll want to elevate. That's exactly what he does. And now, yeah, that looks like high ground. In 8 seconds, we'll see. Do they actually get the play from here? This thing pulls all the way.
Wow, there's a lot of people.
All of this investment on these builds will not matter. People like Me Too will be in the spot. It pulls all the way towards that beach and the Joneses. It's going to be tough to play hype from here for now. We'll see what they can do for Shonye and Me Too, though. This is perfect. They can continue this box fight.
Nice, very nice.
So many Elam points and refreshes at the perfect time.
That's right, but everyone on this other side will have this slight advantage as they are up above the elevation here. Shonye and Me Too commits 10 eliminations. Wait a second. Dude, we're not even in the end game. We just got here. Zone 6 reveals itself. I think we have 10.
The record's like 17 or something. I don't think it ever gets to 20. God. So it might be history we're watching here in NA East on that low ground. Dom and Tragics up top. They're a little bit more passive, right? This is actually huge for Me Too and Shonye. Instead of going for as many eliminations, they go for pressure and just keeping the builds up on height. Me Too and Shonye can run away with this with eliminations. I really want to tune into that low ground team.
Yeah, I called it in game 1. I was like, wait, he's in the feed, he's getting big names. Hold up. We haven't seen him play with this teammate yet, and it's looking pretty good. So far, they are hot on the streak right now. Fresh off the press, Rise and Trashy has.
Yeah, dude, like you see that speed of the FPS of the building, editing, and all that. You try that on a PS5 with the smart Samsung TV at 60 FPS. Not even close. Not even close.
Just like that, now down to a single build, and even less. But there's weak players all around them. All it will take is for them to jump in and commit to the fight. Here it is.
For the break. Everyone's weak, even with Elims. No one ends up being strong towards the end. No match to be able to siphon.
So Kanata means business.
Left by himself.
He's playing solo. That's 79 points. Holy crap.
Going to be so important for his placement overall. Going to be pushed all the way over to the left side. Is there a map in the way? No. He gets to breathe. He sees the air. Where is he going to go? Is the
super clean builds right there. Super clean.
Well, he's got almost max material here. Kanata can do something crazy.
So I'm not a big fan of the hero skins when you have the whole hood on and everything like that. But that blue color, it actually looks really dope.
Runs over. Kanata has a chance now to jump up to first. He is just 5 points away from doing something exceptional. Meanwhile, Yamzo and Jaffer inside the top 10 continue to fight for more, and they keep earning their stripes.
And this is that a Yamzo insurance policy, that low ground type feat is going to be so good.
So it looks like Carrot Top, or I mean Amonzo, so it looks like he means business.
Top on high ground, going to be a challenge for them to win this game because
Miro, Booga, they're both still up? Wow.
An armored wall will not stop these guys if they want to get into your box.
They're at 67 points.
On where they want to go. Me too, still picking up bodies.
Oh, that was nice. That was nice.
11 eliminations almost, it looks like. Yes, that's exactly it. They are not stopping at all.
He is not, and they're continuing to add up as well. They've got a lot of points to work with.
So Day has height.
What timeline? What universe are we living in where Day and C's have high ground, uncontested at the drop, was all it took for them to stay in a dominant position, but Kanata still alive.
Oh wow, dude, 90.
Now inside the top 10, Violet finds Shoni, that's a huge trade there.
So imagine Kanata getting the win again.
The teams that are alive have so many elans, they continue to earn more.
The top is eating so
90, 96 for Peter Bot.
It's tracks, 8 elims for them. 3 on the Yamzo and Jamper. They've had the most control. They're playing chess right now. The question is, pieces on the board gonna get flooded the wall. That's exactly what the other team on the other side's trying to do. Peter Bot and Violet, but it's gonna be a huge cost for them right now. No HP, barely under 100 together. They have to make sure every move is absolutely synced.
Oh no.
On the other side of the wall, Violet's gonna hit strong. Peter Bot was just
What's Peter Bot gonna do? Down at 96? So Kanata's at 97?
Take advantage of that opportunity. He's still earning more and more points. Threats, however, is alive, sitting in between the two. Season Day up top, just kick it back. Let the low ground do the hard.
So the Adris is down, but Kanata's still alive.
This is no pushover teams.
7 elims for Miro, and it's the legends of NA East.
Sweet. Great job, Miro, and great job. So Booga's still up, I think.
Threat's gonna be the one in that clutch spot, not Macwood as he usually is. Miro hears everything that happens in the storm. You cannot trick this man. He invented the clutch strategies. He was born in them. Cease right now molding the rest of the
Ooh, okay, Kanata.
The clutch does not stop.
Very nice.
The man, he's feeling it.
Kanata is back.
So Kanata means business.
Watch the show from the sidelines, but hold up. He's got Booga and Miro to deal with in front of him, and then Season Day on height. Depending on what Kanata does next will determine the game. He's got a grapple glove, so there's options on the table. We all know he loves high ground, so let's see it. Off to the side he goes.
All right, so then Booga and the Miro, they're both on low ground. So Kanata has a grappler.
The opportunity, the sight line. Season Day will begin to run out of mats here. Cease is lit up as well. Anyone can win. Kanata takes the fight.
No way!
He is crazy with it. Don't count him out.
Where's Kanata? Oh, okay, there he is.
Has height as well in the mats to be able to use it. Unfortunately, though, it's a quick switch up for Cease and Day. No, exactly how to play defense. Cease and Day looking so good in this game.
Oh, dude. But Kanata got second, or what happened?
They scream, "We are here!"
But Kanata, man, just putting it down, dude. Kanata is definitely pounding down the caffeine right now. So I had a feeling that Kanata was going to come in different.
It's just huge for Cease and Day.
He's been quiet the last couple seasons. Kanata, and when he changed his name to that, I bet you he wanted people to call him Canada. But then people just called him Kanata and they mispronounced his name and it just stuck. So, because it's not called Kanata Goose, it's called Canada Goose.
Not at all, but they did. They were in the position. I'm very happy. You know who's sad because so many new storylines open. Their work becomes 10.
Pato Games 11823. How are you doing, buddy? Sorry, man, but I got everyone muted. Just that way I can show this on my YouTube, which is UZH on YouTube. But if you have a YouTube, you can type it to me in chat. I'll promote you.
Waiting for Booga and Miro to sound like they're taking damage. As soon as Booga and Miro started to take damage from the high ground, the shields get cracked. And I was like, now's my chance. Very well played to get more points, more placement points, and elimination on the back of that as well. We saw it right there, Jacob.
It's 3 down, 3 to go.
Yeah, from the start
okay.
And you've seen it in game number 2, you've seen it
that was a great game. Wow.
In game number 3, but that is exactly what champions are made of. That's probably why to be your prediction because they know adversity and they know how to face that adversity.
Yeah, and we were just talking about how in game number 2 there, right? They had that all the way north pulling zone. The odds were against them, and they still picked up 13.
Dude, I'm such a nice shot. Wow.
Looking good for them. That was still well played. Look at this. We have a little bit more of a south zone over towards the Jonases, and they take full advantage of it. Just absolutely fragging out on the low run here.
Oh my God.
Like, this is not an easy feat. 7 eliminations already, and then also getting that 3rd place finish. It's going to put them way up the league.
Just imagine now getting released the FNCS mini montage based off of just one game right there for Bugha and Miro. So that's going to be a big.
So C106 or is that a 108? Oh, all right, so here we go. So Canada 105. Oh my God. Peterbot 96. Bugha 83. Miro 83. Okay. So what about Shadow? Oh wait, Shadow's number 10. Is that 91? I think. Okay.
To look like a solid duo. And let me tell you something. If it's any time for a team to start looking like a solid duo, it's in the FNCS finals. To find yourselves on the higher ground, winning game number 3. And you know, MDF talked about it. Higher ground does not have an identity right now. What if it's Season Day now?
Yeah, anybody's for the taking. And we honestly talked about it as well throughout the entire process, how the qualifier teams would manage to go ahead and play here in the finals. But what about a team that had struggled? They get that 2-week break, and they really refined themselves. I've been watching their streams, and Cease right now is at the top of his game.
I love to see it. Another team that is at the top.
That was an awesome game. I mean, that was my favorite one there out of the 3 so far. I really want Canada to take it just because Bugha has enough wins. Shadow's doing awesome too, so I would be happy with Canada just going number 1, and Shadow taking number 2 with Walkers, and Bugha taking number 3. So that'd be my perfect pick. Yeah. So Canada's OG, right? 'Cause he deserves it. He worked so hard, and Shadow's working his back off too, you know. So, and Bugha can just take in number 3. That's a perfect prediction.
Unfortunately, there he did not. But talking about picking up points as a solo, though, can I go right back to the top? Canada, I do believe, and this is just a rough number, estimate, around 30 points as a solo.
Wow. As a solo, wow.
I said it.
That's pretty good. I mean, you know, we talked about how Canada has.
That's insane.
East FNCS finals, so the experience there, he's feeling comfortable. But honestly, another team that is looking comfortable, and it's scary, honestly. It's Peterbot and Bio. Look at this. The race is on. Last FNCS, they had the lead.
Yeah, it's true, dude. I mean, Peterbot is pretty clutch, man. He's doing really good.
Phenomenal. They are giving us a topic to talk about. It's back-to-back FNCS, question mark?
Yeah, I was going ahead and watching that duo Cash Cup up until the final game. Had a Yamzo and Jamper in first place. They went down early. They dropped to 5th, but that goes to show how close the competition is right now.
So I don't know if Pato Games or Zapato Pato Games has a Twitch or a YouTube. Is it Twitch? It's not Twitch? Is it YouTube? So not YouTube? Okay. Crazy game, dude. Dude, they didn't even say Shadow like in the beginning of the game. I'm about 90% sure that I didn't hear them say his name once. I said Shadow though, so yeah.
Game number 4, past the tipping.
Canada, Shadow, Bugha.
Rise. Who else can find the monster? That's the question.
I mean, listen, Canada has shown us that he can do it. He can definitely be in the conversation.
Last time I seen Canada play like this was in the World Championship when Bugha took World Champion.
10 spots, and they deserve it.
It's powerful from them overall.
Oh yeah, he was on fire. So he was serious.
It's about cementing your spot on the leaderboard. It's all about numbers and hard facts. The first portion of this competition, emotion, momentum, feelings.
So I've never seen him play this series until then.
That I'm looking at right now, and I'm feeling really good about it. I mean, that top 10 already after those first 3 games. There are names that we recognize, names that we love, and most importantly, names that deserve to be there. The newer players that have continued to fight all year long, and they've only gotten better season to season.
Absolutely, Peterbot wants that back-to-back. We want people who won before to be up top.
Hi guys, game 4. Day 1 FNCS NA East championships.
Really given us a lot to think about and even more to look at as we get to continue to earn our way through these highlights. But let's start.
Next to the back-to-back, we got previous winners from the chapter. Bugamiro looking to take that crown. And then we talked about it as well. Scented, Cold. You also have Kanata and Agers looking for their first championship overall. There are Kanata and Agers in the lead for the moment, but it's ever so close.
Oh god, no. Don't tell me users dropping there again, dude.
Number 2, but the leaderboard isn't the most fun thing.
So they're dropping there again.
For this moment, it's this fight, and it goes
why would they do that?
Again, over at Loot Lake.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
My question is, how long will this go on for until one team calls it quits?
The whole weekend.
Yo, Paddle, no offense, dude, but we can play sometime in the future, right? But it's just I'm streaming right now. It's a couple games, so I'm doing that solo because after that I have to go downstairs with my brothers. So, but yeah, man, in the future, man, we'll go ahead and we'll run some games though. All right, it's me, you, and Skulls right here. So, cool. Thanks for understanding.
To get to that triple-digit mark, really start to break away. It's only going to go up and up from there. So we talk about contested battles. These guys.
Yo, Pedro, do you have the battle pass this season?
Now we look at Kanata and Agers.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. Okay, all right, cool.
By day 2, I feel like maybe one team from the bottom 10 might start to contest. Look for maybe a chance to upgrade from a bad scavenger spot all the way up to premium loot at Greasy. Success 2, yes.
Nosh is at 39. Holy crap. So he has some work to do.
Nosh and Jack looking to push this battle. Meanwhile, my eyes are also on the feed because OMGB2 is a solo currently, but big shots, big trades happening right now. It's a team that's very much into conversation. Jack and Nosh are there too. Bubble squad right now is 19th.
Yeah, dude. If Nosh throws this one right here, this fight right here, so they're done.
To the north of them, Acorn and Edge here looting their routes. The longer this takes, the sooner they'll come on down. And this is why Nosh and Jack, in particular, making it out of the semifinal stage.
Okay, nice.
Teams that tilted. We knew it was a matter of time. We knew they would fight if they made it here. And they've done just that.
There's some other 5. We've seen them just win every single defensive position up against TK and Rituals. And this time the POI a little bit more outside of the scope of things. We're not over at any type of temple. They're going to be looking good in terms of control. Now I actually have to go on the hunt.
Nice.
It'll be super easy. Once again, another fight wrapped up. With those 2 guaranteed.
Yo, Skulls, how you doing? It's crisp on YouTube, huh? So I think of Krispy Kreme. Like Krispy Kreme donuts.
And just to give you guys an idea of how close outside the top 10 the competition is, that set up Elims right there jumps that team up from 13 to 11. So already making huge strides just off the additional 4 points. Here it is. We jump on over to OMGB2. We get to see and catch the update. Taco and Chewy are going to be the team that finds them. OMGB2 takes the water route here. Luckily, he does have some material to work with, but Taco and Chewy are close on the heels. Now, remember, when you're in the water, you move much, much faster, so he will be able to escape here. But did he get his teammate's card is the only concern we should be thinking about here, because if you have to play a game out this early by yourself, Storm Surge is going to be near impossible to maintain.
Hey, Skulls, nice to meet you, Skull. Yeah, so we'll play soon, okay?
He can play a full game completely by himself.
Thanks for hanging out.
Also have issues when these spots arise. Big thing for this game as well. All the way towards the top left side. Looks like that's exactly where Zone.
You should add Pato too if you want. Pato seems pretty cool.
For most teams right now, we've seen
or is it Pato? Sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
These teams really just playing the different, kind of block stack of Fortnite towards the end of the game. We have their classic low ground, mid and height. Low kind of gets eaten up by a mountain towards the end. This time that mountain starts things off inside the game, and we go from peak to peak. So I'm wondering if NA has the type of lobby leader, height leader, where it's possible. Me too. Chonier super down. Does he have the card? Monster asked that question. No clue, because Avian Golden, they're on his heels and not letting him breathe. He doesn't get to his endgame spot, but they can pick up, 10, 15 almost elims. Will be shut down now.
Last game they did enough for 2. Let's be honest, 11 eliminations in an endgame is nothing to overlook. That jumps them up 10 placements, and now this game, that momentum gets cut short.
Well, yeah, Skull, if you're taking out, Skull, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out, dude.
Especially since they heard nothing this round. So unfortunate for Aaron and Names.
So we'll play soon, though, for sure.
They showed us
Just battle royale, save the world, whatever. So it's all good. All right, cool. Skull's pretty cool. They hung out for quite a while, like a long time, like over an hour maybe. I don't even know.
Now it's about how far can they push this opportunity? How far can they continue to grind out this chance?
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
When it comes to this type of strategy right now, they want to be just looking at long-range fights, trading a lot of damage. When it comes to box fights, you can't really utilize more than half your inventory. I'm not sure what the play is, but I guess it just works. Bryce taking the bait.
Ooh, very nice.
So does Austin. Huge from Naves.
Pick up. Pick up, pick up. Those are points. Nicely done. Another 4. We'd like to see. Let's watch that back one more time. We got 20 and Rhythm here. Getting into a little fight against D-Roller and Knifer. This is all unfolding at the same time. Not too far off from Naves and company. And you can see Rhythm does a great job there. Backing up 20, being excellent support against the well-known Knifer and D-Roller. That's no easy team to defeat like that. They made it look very simple.
Cam and Narwhal are going to go for the complex route of things. Possibly mid-game engagement, but no. Okay, keep it super simple. Just like all the teams we've watched before. Pushing to see how far they can gain some control. Right now, a few fights. He's gone down early, leaving Narwhal by himself to even go for some reboots. You know, when reboots come through, it's very tough for people to win games. Only Acorn and Edgy have really picked one up so far in the history of NA East. So, yeah, you want to make sure both teammates alive and can thrive the entire way towards the end.
Crash and Rise did just that last game. They played it very slow and steady. They didn't have a single elim up until the final moments, and then they fall, costing them 2 positions in their #1 spot. Of course, the Heroes' effort from Granada was the difference. Here's Violent Peterbot, a team that also fought their way on up. Not afraid to fight.
So everyone uses like the AUG, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's great for distance, man, but the heavy does so much damage to like builds. So if I had a choice, like I would just take the heavy. So AUG is still good, don't get me wrong, but it's just like it's great at close range, and it's like great like at mid range too.
That's the most important thing for this team.
Yeah.
Seesaw though, they'll have some empty games very rarely, but at the same time, the amount of ground they cover and the ones that are active, it balances out way more than heavily on their side. Teo and Pump, they've kind of been abused so far. Every early and mid-game situation, taking just their shields apart over and over again. It's going to be tough for them to really be able to live against the pressure of Peterbot and Bylum, but I haven't seen Peter take a single wall that Teo's holding just yet.
Oh, wow.
Shot coming straight to the body. Bylum will now have to just buy a little bit of time, go for a 1v2, but third party's coming, so he has to back up for a second.
And what's crazy about this, people may have counted them out last season. Yeah, they won. Yeah, they used a strong draw spot, and that was the real reason why, you know, they don't want to give them the credit. We're like, hold up. Did they win because the drop was crazy good, or did they win because they're amazing? I mean, right now, the points, the numbers are telling us they have what it takes.
Not even the numbers from last season. Even if the drop is strong, you don't have that much of a lead and that much consistency.
So Paydos, so like you're wearing the Joker skin, so I'm sure you like the Batman series, right? Or Batman?
They were. Yeah, towards the end of the run. So these guys have it.
So Batman's pretty cool. So I'll tell you my favorite all-time Batman favorite movie of all time, or the best one in my opinion ever, and that's including the one with Christian Bale, and the one that the Twilight dude that, but the one he just did called The Batman. The best movie, the best Batman movie of all time in my opinion. It's an animated cartoon movie, and it came in 2 parts, and it's called Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. It's awesome. So I don't know if you've seen it or not, but in my opinion, that's the best of all time. So yeah, you seen it before or no? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, definitely. It's awesome. So good that I have a statue of the Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, but like it's a 1/6 scale, which means it's probably like about maybe like 12 inches tall, like 13 inches tall. But I also have 2 framed pictures from Sideshow, which is a company, of Batman and that Robin girl from The Dark Knight Returns. You know, the Robin girl. So like I have 2 different framed pictures of those 2, which is awesome. So like they're all from the movie. So, but so good, man, so good. So my second favorite one is Batman.
That is
under the red hood.
escape right now.
So with red hood,
They know
it's
they're gonna
awesome.
have to snipe this one up. They need the extra points here. There it is. Blind shots into the bush. And B puts down a good defense here. 7C gets punished. And
Yeah,
Cole goes in to clean
yes, the
up the
Batman under the red hood. So that's the name of the movie, and it's about Red Hood. It's basically about Jason Todd. So it's about the first Robin. So it's about what happened to him. Yeah. So like the story of him.
No matter what the situation is, Cole can jump at it and take the first shot. 7Z can put the Bills down, edit, and hit that first strike. Peter Pot, though, even though he can play every single role available in the game, he wants his dual partner up to be able to play off of. Both these guys end up having so much awareness and control towards the end of a game. If they're on a lair, it's theirs. No one else can really contest them. Right now, finally nerfed, finally human, it seems like Peter Bot inside the second zone does not have Bila by his side.
It's going to be a tough one for them. He finally breaks that 100-point threshold as well, so being the second team to do so. This tournament kicked off here for NAE's finals, but Josh and Rising third are not too far behind them, but they are below the surge currently. So what's going to have to happen here is they're going to have to find an opportunity to get some big tags, right? Not only are they below, but the way it works out is you're going to have to get very, very far from not only the safety, but well above that. Meanwhile, Boogie and Miro,
So Pedro, do you own it? Well, hold on. Is there a Batman skin right now in the item shop, or is it only it's Marvel, right? Because I can't remember. So there's not a Batman in the item shop right now, is there?
Haven't seen too much.
Oh, okay, there's not. Okay, okay, all right.
Okay, so revived and then taken down.
Do you own any of the Batman skins?
It starts up in the sky this time, and everyone can hear it. See the rift pop up.
No.
Good about losing a lot of shield.
So the next time a Batman skin comes in the shop, and I'm playing online, you gotta send me a whisper and remind me. So, and I'll hook you up, man. So I'll gift you a Batman skin. So just remind me though next time I send the shop, because otherwise I'll forget. You don't owe me nothing like that. I mean, don't fall for people online that try to like, ask you for your password and all that other crap, right? So you know better than that, right? Never give out your your password or your information, nothing like that, dude. Yeah, it's like I don't want nothing for it. So yeah, it's basically just remind me, and I'll give you the Batman skin. So it's cool. But stay safe, man, and don't let anyone ever get your account and mess around. You know what I mean? There's a lot of weird people out there, dude. So yeah, cool. All right, cool. Oh yeah, definitely. It's all good, man. Much love. Why are we in the storm? What in the world is going on? During the game. Okay.
Taking more shots, especially as a result, the damage you have to do is so much higher. They've been so quiet this whole time.
So now I'm missing the game because I have to go back in there. What was that about? So that's happened to me before. Not sure why that happened. Hold on. Legends Landing. Oh, there we go. So I don't know why that happened, yeah. Once in a while it does. Now I'm missing the game because of that. Not good. Oh, shoot, new item shop. So I'll look at that real quick before it loads in. Ooh, I just missed it. Oh well. So I'll check it out later on. But I want to get back to the game. I can't believe that they kicked us out like that. So messed up. Oh my god, was this my seat? Wait, no, this is... Wait. Was that my seat? No. This is my seat, I think. So was it right here? Was it right here or right here? Oh, wait, right here. Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, sweet. It's so weird that it did that.
much space this entire game, but a lack of control. Usually, those two go hand in hand. Always up high on a tower, always in a spot to be able to look at the entire lobby. A lot of information, choices they can make, the news they have on how people are moving. I mean, Clicks and Duke won't have that. There is a mosh pit going down in Shifty Shafts. Look at the amount of teams it Clicks his way.
Oh wow, so Clicks is still alive. Is that 71?
Clicks and Duke jump into the mix. Meanwhile, Booga and Miro are down here as well. Walkers and Shadow on the other side.
Walker Shadow still alive. Very nice. Oh, you see that? See that? So Clicks backed away from Shadow and from Walkers, I think. Yeah. That's funny. That's smart though, right? Because he didn't want the fight.
That could have been totally different had they not been more composed. We've seen a lot of composure from Clicks and Duke today. It's actually extremely impressive.
They choose their own adventure book. They always go for the page that has high action. They always go for the next shot. They go for the fast.
So Pedro, do you want Clicks to win?
Taking his time to think this time, figure out the best option for survival. The shots then live longer inside the game. Pam's still fast.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit more risky towards the earlier games, all the way up to game 4. Don't feel out the
okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yes, he Clicks is pretty cool. He's pretty cool. So.
Information and have 6 hopefully glorious games.
I mean, listen, they're in 12th right now. Pretty solid. Let's watch this elimination go down.
Oh, that's for Kanata. Where's he at? 100 and. So what points is it? 110? Oh wow.
For them, and they just get steamrolled there as they try to set up a battle there for Storm Surge. It did not work out. Crash and Rise now have an opportunity to jump up.
Absolutely. With Kanata ages down, they'll see that. They'll have an essence of control. Most of the times, these guys are playing the end game the same way. Play for information first. Play that defensive type of game. Strike after one person makes a mistake. Right now, that's Vapor. That's Lawrence. Clicks and Duke are the one putting down the rain and the pressure. Vapor goes down. Lawrence is fine. He trades out against 7Z. Where's Cole is the question. Nowhere to be found. Vert and Blake rolling in. Blake's gonna have a dance.
So there's Clicks. Oh no, Clicks has no health. She's backing up. He's trying to use the mech hit. But can he get it off though?
Yeah, he leaves Duke by himself. Duke just takes the wall back.
Yeah, and Duke is also, he's by himself. Well, that's funny. They're lucky that they have a harpoon gun though. Very lucky for that.
They find tags and they find loot.
Haven't seen the zone just yet for Clicks and Duke, no matter how many matches they have. If the zone pulls maximum north, it'll be tough for every single team. That update going to be absolutely monumental to see exactly what teams have to do. Surge also ticks in. It's kind of northwest. There's a possibility to be able to make this entire glide and fly. You need gloves though. It's key. I don't see any in Duke's inventory or Clicks. They have to move super fast.
Duke gets tagged too as we jump on over to Jamper, who's got his high ground poised on, and he has to defend this one by himself. Now listen, Jamper is still down, so he might just jump down. What? Slips past an enemy. He is more worried about his teammate. He wants to get to him. There it is. Opting to go straight to his team.
Yo, Pedro, do you have a mic?
Could have lost his tournament opportunity as well, and he will get the save. I don't know how he managed to get so lucky.
Okay, do you have it in right now? Or no? So you don't have to put it in, I'm just saying. So if you did have a mic, like I did unmute you because I didn't know why you were doing the crying emote. So, see, yes, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yamzo, Jamper, back up. Let's see what this decision reigns for the duo. One less Elim, not going to be able to get all the mats either. Can Yamzo and Jamper survive and go?
So you don't have to put it in, though, if you don't have it in. But I think I unmuted you. Wait, did I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah,
Active in that long fight against Duke and Clicks, where they were dropping down pressure. He takes down Duke. They were not able to make that entire
So yeah. So if you want to say anything, you can say something or talk or not talk or do whatever you want. It's all good. It's up to you. But you should be unmuted though.
Hello?
Oh yeah, dude. What's up?
Essence of life left within them. Kaz and Fishy, they look strong. Then the other
Yeah,
players in mid-ground.
yeah, you were doing that the crying emote. I was making sure you're right.
Definitely by himself, beat him up in the corner.
Oh, okay, you're probably just messing around or something. Okay.
Big elimination, and he will not
Let
be
me
able to match
mute
up this end
or
game at
talk.
all. Yamzo
Huh?
is on the mid target as well, so he's picked up his teammate. He's
I
working
want
straight
to
through on high
mute.
ground. Chewy and
Oh,
Taco
oh no, you're fine. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. So it's just like I'm just trying to like watch the game and like explain it on my YouTube channel, right? So that's all right. But if you want to talk though, you can talk. That's fine. Yeah.
If you want to not do anything and annoy you, I'm gonna be muted, okay?
Huh?
To not like like, I don't even I'm just gonna mute, okay?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, definitely. But like in future, like when you play games or something like Save the World or Fortnite, whatever, you can use your mic whenever you want. But that's cool though. But thanks though.
I have Save the World, yeah. You can play.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, definitely. We can do that sometime. All right. All right. So Clicks is still alive. Deuce is down, his teammate. Krispy Kreme Donuts is still alive.
Crispin number 5 finally side by side. It's quiet on the server in terms of eliminations. Everyone really moving. Chance, okay, Chris Hughes added.
Ooh, man, that was a nice effort.
He gets caught. He gets trapped in the cone there and finished off quickly here. Here's the opposite.
Hey, there's Skull. What's up? You came back.
Losing that high ground position to, of course, gold. But hey, they're back in this game.
So welcome back. Yeah.
They have chances. They have opportunity to play with. On the other side, let's find to Elin. Okay, don't count him out. That's all the tragics there. It's a couple maps.
Started over at 8th, jumped all the way on to 4th with this clutch. Huge from Clicks with the gloves, is able to move over to the next zone, and he almost even pulls it. He does in the best position for now. As DJ
So yo, Skull, can you hear me?
This is perfect too. Clicks will be able to go into those builds, into the logjam Lotus, and actually refresh
Okay. All right, cool. You don't have a mic or what?
Trashy and Rise are so alive. Clicks finds Nick.
Okay, because I think that I muted you. Or so even though I'm trying to watch the game for the YouTube. Yeah. 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 Only. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know you were Yeah, I've been on the stream for ever since this when it
Oh wow. Okay. Oh cool.
said it like when I joined.
Okay. Well, sweet. Yeah. Cool.
Then at least an hour. Because
Oh.
I'm watching on your screen because my screen in here is just black. Like there's nothing happening on it.
What? It's black?
Yeah, it's just straight black. Nothing's happening on it.
That's pretty weird. That's really weird. So you can't see anything on the screen.
No, that's why I'm watching your stream.
And someone's left behind, and he goes down inside the top 10. Too fishy, who demolishes him there. Here's Flare-By's perspective, though, sitting on so much loot, but
Yeah, I can't see it. It was happening for semifinals too. I was here watching semifinals. I couldn't see it.
So is it because you joined my party, or like was it not working before too when you were here?
No, it's been happening like since semifinals. Like I came in here like in semifinals and it was just black.
Oh wow.
Like in the 3 qualifiers it was completely fine, but semifinals it just came off.
Oh. Oh, well, that really sucks. That really sucks. Yeah.
I you know that big, but it's for the
evacuating almost every single duo from their lair. You can see player 5 beams them out. The French Canadians, their eyes are on point right now.
Oh wait, sorry, dude. Did you say something? Did you ask me a question? Because I could barely hear you because the game people are talking. Spokesman.
I emailed that big and told me a bunch of stuff that I couldn't understand.
Well, yeah, dude, that sucks, man. You can't see the screen. So yeah. So now there's only 2 more games left, I think, right? So. Because that was game 4.
Just ended.
Around week 3 or so, they got in late. They had some limited chances, and they're showing us like, hold up, we just need to get hard.
94.
They pushed through out of the semi stages, and here they are. Another team from semi.
Payload, what was that?
Of course, the final stage it takes home a win.
And it's a genius from Fashion Pam, so when there's panic on the server.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't even hear you. Sorry, man. Say it again.
When do you start playing?
When did I start playing? What, like Fortnite, you mean?
Well, it's been, it has to be like season 1. It has purple scope.
Well, season 1, yeah. Yeah, season 1.
Do you have the pink gold trooper?
Oh, dude, I don't, which is stupid. Yeah, and I should. So like I should have that and Renegade Raider and all the other old school skins, but I don't. So I have Purple Skull, like Black Knight, of course, from season 2. I have like maybe 7 or 8 gliders, man. Well, maybe like 6 or 7 from season 1, like including the most rare glider. Oh, dude, Mako is not the rarest glider. Like people will say that online because they don't know what they're talking about. Like, right, but Mako is not the rarest. Like the rarest glider in the game is called Aerial Assault 1. So that's the rarest glider.
Oh, it's the aerial assault troopers glider.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the rarest.
Yeah, do you have it?
Yeah, yep, And the reason why, like, that's the rarest was because you had to reach level 5, but you had to buy it with V-Bucks, and nobody was spending money back then. So I have a lot of friends that had Mako, like, just like me, but they don't have aerial assault. So, yeah. So, so there was a stream that Typical Gamer was doing, and, like, I trolled him, like, 2 months ago, right? Because, like, one of my friends I have is, like, Rich Homie Quinn. So he's like an FNCS pro like gamer, like he's on Twitch, but like he's actually like Typical Gamers like duo right now, or he was. But anyways, right? But so like, I was trolling like Typical Gamer like in his chat like a couple months back, and I was asking him, dude. Right, so I was like, so what's the rarest glider in the game? And he was like, Mako, and I was like, no, it's not. And he's like, yeah, it is. And I was like, no, it's not, dude. Like it's like aerial assault. And like he like got offended, right? You could tell, and literally in the same stream, right when he thought that I left, like about 45 minutes later, like he even went ahead and brought the subject back up and did a whole poll in his chat for people to right, for people to like choose like which one was the most rarest glider. And I finally sent him a YouTube a clip to his Twitter account, and I was like, dude, okay, watch that, and then go ahead and make up your mind. He said, okay, so fine, I will. And the very next time he streamed, guess which glider he was using in the game? Aerial Assault 1. It's so funny, dude. Yeah. Sometimes the TG can be such a poser sometimes. You know what I mean? It's just funny. So he's cool, man, but like, it was just funny. So it's hilarious. That's definitely the most rarest glider.
Really, I don't have anything really exclusive.
They're currently in 5th place right now, and I know that
the closest to rare thing I have is pickaxe.
Well, yeah, dude, you're lucky, dude, because like I don't even have that pickaxe. So I should, but I don't. Yeah.
Like that pickaxe, you needed to buy some exclusive time, like cards, right?
Yeah, cards.
Yeah. But actually, they're still selling it in internet, but they're hard to find. So yeah.
So I have.
Maybe they're really expensive too.
So I have 2 Fortnite accounts. So this is my OG account. So I have probably like over 450 skins on this one. Right, but then I have another Fortnite account that I started in the Midas season, and I have like over 400 skins on that account. But that's my Wildcat account because I have Wildcat on that one. So, but this is the one that I Grand Save the World on.
Yeah, I actually suck at play Save the World. Can't play Save the World on Switch for some reason.
So you can't play Save the World, you said?
Yeah, I can. I would have Save the World because the bonus pack that comes with Save the World, but Nintendo Switch you just can't play Save the World.
Oh, okay.
Oh, another thing that you can't even crouch in
So you're on Switch, like you mean?
Great game, but it doesn't let me on mine.
Like you mean like on the handheld Switch, right?
No, it's on. I have it like hooked up to a TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty much like an Xbox controller.
Oh, okay.
Play on this.
Yeah, I don't play on the controller.
Because that's the one that you can't crouch.
I've never heard of somebody not being able to play Save the World because of them being on Switch.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't play on Switch.
Oh, that's weird.
Your default, not your purple sculpture.
Huh?
On my screen, you're a default. You're not the purple sculpture version.
I'm a default? What?
Yeah, you're a default on my screen.
Cepedo, like am I a default or what am I?
No, I see I see a
yeah, sometimes yeah, it's supposed to be a purple sculpture group, but on my screen it's like sometimes like people are just like.
Oh, I'm actually in Nintendo Switch. My console, like the card from this skin, can't even see it. Like sometimes it just glitch. The skin glitch.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think I do have that Joker back. I think I bought it.
Last bundle?
Yeah, the last bundle. Yeah, I think I bought it like a year ago.
On Wild, I can't believe the price.
The price of what?
it was like, I don't know, I think
back into the storm and using those chug splashes.
how many it was, I forgot. I think they were like
We've already seen so many teams win from the high ground, but will a team win from the low ground? Well, we're gonna find out. It's now time for the next game. And
Oh yeah, dude, Wildcat, yeah, dude. I mean, people are just trying to rip people off online. It's real stupid. You know what I mean? Because the codes are trying to sell for like $250 on eBay, and then like you can buy the actual Nintendo Switch for like 400. So it's just so dumb. And like when I got the code, like I got it for like 120 bucks, right? So and that's.
But do you buy it in a store or do you
No.
buy like?
No. So what I did was I went on eBay, right? Like when I told you earlier that I collect statues and comic books. Yeah, dude. Like I have my own like eBay store. So like I collect statues and comic books and all that stuff. And so basically, like I just used some of my funds to purchase Wildcat when it first came out, when it was really cheap for the code. So, yeah.
Yeah, my friend actually got a Switch with the Wildcat skin, so he just got the skin for pretty much free, except for the cost of the Switch.
So yeah, Zach. So Wildcat's definitely not worth $200. I mean, if someone's giving it for like 75 or something like that, that's decent. But anything more than that, people just trying to rip people off. Pretty messed up.
I on Amazon, and there were only one available. Only 200. Only one in Amazon.
So that's a snowflake glider right there from season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
Yeah, that's the winner. But he wants to win this.
I'm not gonna say there's any good or bad situation.
Oh, sorry. Say it again. What?
Who do you want to win? I know I've kind of heard you like kind of wanting either Booga with Miro or what was it, Shadow?
Yeah, dude. So like Shadow and Walkers, like probably for them to take second, and like Kanata to take first, because Kanata's OG and he's been trying for a long time. For a long time, and he's like really playing hard. So I would say Kanata first, Shadow second, and Booga and Miro third.
Yeah, I'm just clicks all day. I love clicks. So I want clicks to win.
Oh, clicks, yeah. So Peter, what was that?
I think it's 2-2. I'm not even sure. How can I call you?
Oh wait, so you mean my name? Just call me? Oh, Use. Yeah. So my name is pronounced Use. It's like USE, but it's spelled UZH. Yeah. Yeah, Use. Right. So like if somebody's using you, right? Like one of your friends is like using you. Like one of your friends says, "Dude, like I want you to go in that store and steal a candy bar," right? So you know it's wrong, right? But like they're basically trying to use you, right? So yes. So my name is Use. Yes, UZH. And then if you forget that, you could just call me UZ or something like that, just to make it easy. So.
Hey, actually, what level are you in Save the World?
I'm almost power level 131.
Power level or commander level?
So I think Skull's gonna try to throw a football to us.
Perfectly to you.
Oh, there we go. That one right there hit me.
Oh, it did?
Yep. But that one was too short.
What do you ask me about the battle pass?
Oh yeah, dude. I was just trying to make sure that you had the battle pass. That's all. Like if you didn't, right, I was gonna gift you. So, and Skull, you had the battle pass, don't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So. So I don't want to be like a jerk, nothing like that. But the someone's mic is like real staticky, right? So I'm not sure whose mic that is. I mean, it's not a big deal, but like for the stream, like I want to have it like clear. Yeah. So Palo, is that yours or is that?
Yeah, I hear it sometimes.
Okay. See, I Palo, like so during the game. Do you mind if you mute it? Like your mic, because I think it's staticky. Yeah.
Huh? What?
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, dude. So like, if this is like a normal game, like it would like not matter at all, right? But just because I'm streaming on YouTube, I don't want it to be like that in the stream. You know what I mean? So yeah. So no offense, dude. All right. But yeah. So once the game's over and back in the lobby, then I'll go ahead and I'll unmute you. But cool.
How many people are watching this stream right
Not a lot. Right, not a lot. So it's no.
there's only one person watching. Wonder who that
Yeah, yeah. Like it's been going from 1 to 5 and kind of back and forth. And then like generally like I get more views like afterwards, people that actually want to see something or watch something. But yeah. So my most views, it's kind of hard to say. So, but like even though that I have over 1,000 subscribers, some videos would get like really good like content. You know what I mean? So we're so it all depends, man. Like my boy, like Rich Homie Quinn, like he probably only has like 100 some people watching him right now, and he's doing a watch party right now on Twitch too. So, and like he's been streaming for like what do you, I don't even know, like a couple years, maybe 3-4 years. Something like that, and like, he's a pro gamer, so his normal like crew, whatever, or people that watch him, probably between 70 people to like 150. So, and I just started, I think, maybe with videos, maybe like a year ago, but not taking it seriously, right? Because my PC's broken, so that's why. Still waiting to go ahead and get a new one, but.
A rough one for them, but they still earned about 10 points that game, so nothing to drop them too far down.
Keep playing games and.
Oh yeah, Palo. So I have you muted, buddy. So just until the game's over, and then I'll unmute you. Is it Palo or is it a Pato or Pato? Sorry, so I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm sorry.
I think it's
Oh, Pato. Okay.
That's showing you in OMGB too. Those are not soft hitters. They know how to land shots.
So you said that you want Clicks to win. So like, is he in the game or did he die this game?
Last time I checked, he was in 5th. So I don't know if he's still alive in this game.
It's going to be a tough position for them to be in, as they are below the mountains of Shifty Shaft here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still alive.
The likes of Peterbot and Bila in this general vicinity.
But I mean, if he is, they'll probably switch it to him because he's a
individuals maintaining 2 different mountains. It could just be them.
Pretty good player.
So it clicks.
Peterbot and Bila win it again.
So they won last season, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Bills here, third parties have started looking as well. And Aaron and Naves need to clean this one up here. They have Nas is super hurt.
It's gonna be tough. They're able to move and do things.
So I think that Clicks plays Claw, right?
Neither of them really like to make
Clicks
that
is
first
PC.
move, and it's not even the cleanest of
Clicks is PC since when?
So this fight
since forever.
for Aaron though, a lot of the decisions he
Energy
makes
Clicks?
revolves around having
Yeah. Because last time I saw one of his videos, like he was playing on PS5 on controller, and like he was even saying, like with his mouth, he was saying like I'm the best controller player, like that. Like he was like bragging about it, saying that.
Yeah. A lot of like good creators like make videos of them trying controller and then them getting like 2 kills and calling themselves insane.
Yeah, did I get destroyed on controller? Right? I can't stand playing controller. I mean, for competitive, right, or Fortnite, whatever. For Fallout 4 or Skyrim or games like that, the games that I'm playing just for fun or solo, like that's different. There's way too many like build buttons stuff like that I just don't want to play Call of